Ooga cunts. Welcome to the fucking cunt stream. We're about to get this shit rolling. I've got Dolphin Radio. We got Robert, the illustrious fucking Fain.
Illustrious, I like it.
My man. And the gorilla pimp himself, Schmeckle. We're here to talk about bullshit, titties, whatever goes down.
We've got to get. Yeah, go ahead.
Tonight's actually a big night for 3 of the people here. For Fain, it's a minor annoyance. For 3 of the people here, they are the Cunt Team Beta. They're going to be running the fucking Monday shows. One of them will be in charge. Which one depends on how well they do tonight.
Competition. So, Dolphin, we have got to get you a hat for your dolphin, man. Schmeckle's got the top hat. I've got the crown.
I've got sonar. Interferes with my sonar.
Sonar is not a fucking hat.
Not a hat. Fain's got the Fain hat.
Interferes with the sonar. How about an antenna?
Show off your Fain hat.
I got one of those little car antennas from like the I don't know what those little egg-shaped cars, with the little pointy antenna, the little like nub right on top of my head.
Why don't we just put that on your dick? Let's just put that on your rapey ass dick, Dolphin.
No, that interferes with the pleasure.
Hey, now, Dolphin, I got a question, man. You gave us some mead in August.
Oh.
Yes, I did.
Now, how long is that supposed to age? It's just sitting in bottles in the studio, and
you really want it, don't you?
I'm getting anxious. Yeah, I know you told us we had to age it. I was a little drunk at the time.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you look at the bottles real quick? Tell me what letters on the top.
The studio is 2 floors down.
Oh, okay. I got you.
See how I don't have that brilliant white background?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you know what letters are on the top?
Nope. Just letters? I just saw there was booze in bottles.
Hell yeah!
If you looked at them too close, the next thing you know, they're going to be opened, and that's going to be your fault, Dolphin.
Here's the thing. If I gave you anything, it was from my early batches back in March. Technically, you can drink them now. They will
was ready 3 fucking weeks
ago. All right. So hold on a second. This right here, this beautiful color right here. And clarity right there. That's about 6 months old, and it's definitely drinkable.
All right. Well, look, when I put it in my car, we were with Jeff Holiday. I had to drive. That is about that color.
Enough.
Yeah, I had to drive Jeff Holiday 45 minutes back up here.
yeah, I remember him. He was walking when I left, but not very well.
Oh man, we came back.
Everybody was buying him drinks. Like he was just like, okay,
yeah.
like, one after another.
Apparently, he ended up on the floor last night.
I don't think he bought a single drink.
No, probably not. You go to a meetup and you're the one everyone knows. I assume you're not paying for a fucking drink.
Well, in the crowd of us, we all know Jeff Holiday's a hot girl with the pretty hair.
Yeah.
We're all gathered together.
Yeah.
Jeff is the pretty one.
Jeff doesn't have pretty hair anymore. He cut it all off.
That's right.
Yes,
we're just happy.
Got rid of those smelly fucking dreadlocks.
She's the captain. We're just happy to be on the squad.
Squad.
B team for the win. What's up?
All right, so Fain, I got a couple questions for you, man.
I have answers. Maybe.
I bet you do. So what's your next project? What's your next big fucking project?
Well, you know what? The next big one is a video we're doing for Armored Skeptics channel. I don't know how long that's going to take, but hopefully we'll get that done a little faster. But in the meantime, we actually have the video we filmed when Jeff Holiday was staying here. We just got through shooting the extra coverage we needed. And so that's actually 2 short videos, one for Jeff's channel, one for ours. And then when I'm going on a cruise day after tomorrow, when I get back, we're going to start shooting the Armored Skeptic versus Logic Part 2.
Oh shit!
And that's going on. This time it's going on Armored Skeptic's channel, and I predict that he's going to win.
Why is that, man?
Yeah,
Why is
look,
that?
Pat's playing skeptic.
Because he plays skeptic, man. Because Pat plays skeptic and he's
Pat
logic.
And so another
Logic wins anyway. Come on, you're gonna tell me there's anyone out there? I love Armored Skeptic, but Logic is OG motherfucker right there.
yeah, he is OG.
Yeah, I gotta give him to him. I gotta give that to him. So Fain, so I heard that you've been skipping tweets because you're tired of all the fucking SJW shit that's going on. What's up with that?
All right, I'll go ahead and clear the air on that. I'm over it. I'm over the anti-SJW battle, and there's like there seemed like there was a moment where that was really mattered and really impactful, and I know a lot of people are still carrying on, but let's look at the political landscape. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
The conservatives control everything. And then the Democrats that are mostly in power, I'm sorry, those guys are moderates, and
Pussies.
man, I just don't see the danger. And everybody's like, well, they're ruining our colleges. Did anybody go to fucking college? Because that shit college don't matter. We all fucking know it.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about it is, yes, I agree with you that the right has control of the government right now and shit like that. And we know that it's the far left that are screaming about all this shit right now. But right or left, the fucking politicians are caving to these people. Right or left, they're caving.
But the thing is, I keep hearing that. And I'm trying to find a piece of legislation or something. All I get is
hasn't happened in America
rumors.
yet, but look at Canada with the fucking
Even
pronoun
Canada
thing.
hasn't been hit as hard as people like Jordan Peterson will have you believe.
You know what?
Look, I was just in Canada, and it felt pretty good. Felt pretty nice.
Yeah, you can breathe the air a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yeah. I was like, it was all right. And the thing is, what was funny is that while I was there, I had health coverage. Pretty cool.
Nice. No,
Pretty cool. I
I'm
didn't get hurt, but
man,
I'm kind of looking at like Europe is kind of the worst off right now, where people are getting arrested for fucking Facebook comments and shit like that, and then Canada's a little worse than us with with that law, but we're on we're on the way to becoming there. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think
we want to talk about countries that are,
and that's why I still say we got to fight against these people.
I don't know, man.
It's Sweden.
We don't want to become fucking Europe.
I don't think we are.
I
don't
honestly
think
no.
we
I
will
absolutely do
ever.
not think we're going to become Europe
No,
because
I think
because
we're
they're
going to be the
canary in
most
coal mine.
hardcore.
They're the canary in the coal mine that's giving us a heads up. But that's why I still think these people need to be fought against. And
No, I think that we're just culturally we're such an individualist nation. Each of us is an individual, and that we're the most important person in our universe. And the legislation in this country is geared towards that concept. It's like you as an individual are the ultimate authority of your life. And your rights extend to the point where they start inflicting on other people's rights. And that's what you can do.
Yeah, and see, that's the difference between social, like the thing with the left. This is social liberal, like the social liberals. That's not really going to be an issue in the United States. I just don't see it. What I worry more about is fiscal policy. I'm a fiscal liberal.
Yeah, don't waste my money.
Yeah,
don't waste my money. I spend a lot of fucking money in taxes every year.
Yeah, and I just don't get any. The problem is, man, so do I, man. And I'm suffering from the socialism nobody talks about. You know, I own some property. Here's some of it right here. And I pay $2,000 a year in property taxes, 55% of which goes to the public schools. I don't have kids. Why is anybody complaining about that socialism?
Fucking A. Fucking A.
I'd never even thought of that.
That's
a really
socialism.
No, dude, that's such a legitimate point. Dude, Fain and I were talking in DMs about, being in an echo chamber and trying to be kind of the voice of reason, the centrist, I'm not just gonna blindly follow somebody. You know, you got to make your own deductions.
Well, I don't know. That would you could make that argument for anything. It's like I don't own a car, so why the fuck do I have to pay taxes on roads and shit like that?
This is true.
It's one of those.
No, I
Well,
absolutely
if we
agree.
get
don't
into-
own a car
if we
doesn't
get
mean
into
you don't
that thing,
benefit from the existence of roads.
Let me point this out real quick. If you own a car or you don't own a car, you can still go to city gatherings, right? Wherever they do their annual meetings.
Yeah, public transit.
Okay, so you can go to those meetings and you can speak up and talk to the council and be like, hey, we're pissed off about this. That's great. You can write your congressman, all that shit. But have you ever, so Fain, you're not a
Yes.
parent. Here's an interesting social experiment. You're not a parent. I am a parent. I get to go to PTA meetings. Because I'm not a parent.
Wow,
Because I'm
what
a
a
parent.
privilege.
Well, I'd rather get fucked in the ass
Now,
than do
hold on
that
a second.
shit.
Hold on a second. Do I get to go to PTA meetings because it's PTA, so parent teacher organization. I get all that. But think about it. You support the schools. If you were in my school district and you showed up at a PTA meeting and said, I pay taxes to this school, I want to make sure it's running the best it can. I would be like, I'm glad he's here. As a parent, I got no problem with him being there.
I never really thought about that. And I really don't have beef.
Like, here's the thing. Nobody ever, when you're at a PTA meeting, there's so many people there, nobody ever says, hey, what are you doing here? You live in Atlanta, I live in Atlanta. We both know that. How many people
You know what, Dolphin, though?
We've got
You're
Rob's
trolling
brother.
for fresh 5th graders.
I'm just
He
saying,
said,
like, you go in there.
An educated public benefits you in so many ways.
It does. And that's just what I was about to
now
say.
Take away schools.
That's just what I was about to say. But the thing is this, and so I was just making one case, and you can make all these other cases for the roads, and I'm paying for prisons and all of that. And I am fine with it. I'm living as I'm okay with that type of socialism. But the thing is, we have to admit that it exists here. The problem is, okay, let's say with the anti-SJWs and a lot of people who lean right, and I'm talking about some of my friends here, people that I know and really enjoy, they get so fucking flipped out about the communists, baby. The communists are coming. And but
kill a commie for mommy, right, Fain?
Yeah, but they won't face the fact that, man, like socialism to a certain extent, certain aspects of it are just necessary. Taking resources from working people to create a society, man, that's part of it. When we're just fighting against every fucking thing. So I'm just using, everybody wants the government out of their lives. No, you fucking don't. You don't want the government out of your lives. But the anti-SJWs, I think that we're focusing too much on these social things when we've got the house is on fire. The economic house is on fire. And what's happening right now in the government, man, I've got a fucking problem with. I got a fucking problem with this net neutrality just being written away. I got a fucking problem with this new tax bill. And I know it's not all packed full of evil and I get that, but there's certain aspects that are removing some separation of church and state and also really cutting taxes for my company is going to benefit, but I personally am going to suffer. And as a single white male, I'm going to suffer the fucking most. I can't take the same fucking discounts off taxes, deductions. I'm getting some of that shit taken away. I'm not in the right tax bracket, and I don't have a wife to get my household income up. And
You're only single because you haven't said yes to me yet, Fain.
Oh, that's true. How much do you make? What's your income? So we can make a deal.
Well, you know what, Fain?
We'll be in the right tax bracket.
Prepare to be disappointed, my friend.
You know what, Fain? I've got the perfect example. Law enforcement.
Law
enforcement, right?
Wolf needs a beard. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll take care of Johnny Rotten. It's all good. You can go off to work. You look fly in those suits.
Johnny, come here.
Go back, Wolf.
Wait, actually, Fain,
Yeah.
How's he doing after the surgery and all that?
That was Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Come here, Sid. Come here.
Oh, it
Sid,
was Sid.
what we did, and I'll take this time to come here, buddy. I'm not gonna make you take pills. He thinks I'm gonna. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at
Forgive
that
me.
baby.
All right, so Sid here is the guy that's been suffering with the breathing problem. I took him.
Oh,
I
poor
took
buddy.
him in October. I took him to Auburn Veterinary Hospital. Are you okay? You're making that gurgling noise, and so we got him. He went through a ton of tests. He's got about an inch long part of his trachea that's fully collapsed now,
Oh,
and
God.
so we were going to do the surgery, and that's when the doctor said, "Look. Here, let me tell you about this. It's the same stent that a person would get in an artery near their heart. They give them these bypass surgeries and stuff like that. They use these same stents. The problem is his collapse part is right in here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
where it moves a lot.
Yeah.
So they were telling me, oh, look, holding him up is making him have a hard time breathing. But what they were telling me was, look, the stent will break. It's not made to be bent. And, dogs aren't like, man, oh, be careful with my fucking neck. They do what they want to fucking do. So what we did is we've gone on a very expensive medicinal program first, because the surgery is the last line of defense. That's what they were saying. Like, look, this is what you do when you just want to get a little extra time with your little buddy. It could last a week, and if you're lucky, up to 2 years. The stent can't be removed. You can only put another one in, and it collects. It's a foreign object inside of tissue. It collects fucking, tissue will build up dirt, and everything that's breathed in will catch along it. So that's what we're putting that off. We're putting that off as long as we can, and he seems to be reacted to the medication pretty well. He's not struggling to breathe as hard as he was. It's been very good. It's expensive, but man, I tell you what, man, it's worth it. And the internet really stepped forward, and so far, I've only spent a third of the money. So man, I feel like I'm going to be able to have him for at least another 3 or 4 years. I'd like to see if I could get him to 10 years old. That'd be really cool.
Does he have a heart murmur or anything?
No, he's perfectly healthy, other than the fact that his trachea is collapsed.
Really big
Fully
dogs
collapsed.
and really small dogs, man. I got a Saint Bernard, and we're at about 6 years now, and I'm starting to get worried. Like I don't want to have to dig that big a hole.
So actually,
it's gonna take a lot of it. That's gonna take a lot out of me.
We've got very nearly viral in the chat, so I have to ask the question I asked you before we started. Why is Poison Your Well so much better than very nearly viral?
Oh, wow!
So Fain, by the way, I love your dogs. They always reminded me of, like, if Darth Vader had a Chihuahua or some shit. Like you and your dog. So cute. So cute.
Look, I never meant to have them. And first of all, I want to, since Roy was in the chat, man, I'm sorry our channel didn't work out, dude. I really thought it was going to be better. I thought we would be funnier. Thought we had.
I would have watched Very Nearly Poison.
I would have watched the fuck out of it.
If it was Pat and Lacey, I'd have watched that. Real nice makeup on.
Well, hopefully we're going to get them. We're going to get them to move to the States, and Pat and I'll take a trip up to Boston and see if we can get another round at that. We'll see.
That'd be good. I mean,
it was really cool.
Like advocating for you guys to do something together for a long time.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I wish it's funny, we threw that video together. Roy and Day showed up. It was the night before I left for Canada, and that whole thing, we had 2.5 hours, I think, was how long Roy was hanging out, and we spent the first hour drinking. I can't believe I gave them their first Irish car bombs. That makes no sense to me. I thought they were Irish.
Whoa.
So we had a car bomb. We shot the shit, and then we just walked over to Times Square and started filming. We didn't have a script. That's
why it was so awful.
Yeah. And we knew what the bit was, and we just started filming. And man, it was a lot of fun. Even though I will say, Times Square is a crowded place, and people were
they were looking.
reacted to us a little funny. Me and Roy yelling in the middle, smack us middle of Times Square, and you'll see like Roy interacts with several people during that thing, and that was all organic. All organic. They were just standing around. And
I had figured you'd scripted that at least a couple minutes beforehand.
He
hey, dude, say this.
Everyone's looking
I'll
at
ask you
the
this,
New
here's
York
$5.
contents.
The kid that he gave $20. I don't know how we didn't notice that kid's shirt, but his shirt said like "too cute to be." Damn it! God, I can't even remember it. Roy, help me out. But it was just a well-timed thing, man. Just a well-timed thing that happened to work out. And we have so much more footage that we're going to cut together sometime soon. Binary. Too cute to be binary. That's what that's
everybody in the chat. When you're done here, go back and rewatch that video.
Yeah, fucking watch that shit. That shit was weak.
Watch all the parts that don't have Roy in it. The Pat and Lacey.
Yeah, look, there's a lot more Lacey in their version, and the one that's on Very Nearly Viral. There's a lot more Lacey.
Oh shit! I don't know if I thought they were both the same video.
No,
I don't know.
They are not the same video. The middle is the same except for one scene right in the middle we replaced, but the beginning and the ending are different. They showed from each perspective, which was kind of a thing that worked out in editing when we realized like we have two complete stories. Why not just cut them different? And they can have one on our channel and we can have one on ours. And it was just, man, that was just really fun. And Roy and Day are just, man, they're just good people. And so I was really happy to get that couple of hours and be able to film a video. That was just fucking cool. That was just fucking cool. And I was also proud that the best looking bit of video on their channel was shot with my camera.
Hey, Fain, I got a question, man. I want to bring it back to the intellectual. Hey, what do you think about what's going on in Saudi Arabia at this moment?
Oh, are we talking about what is it? The prince?
The whole thing, like everything, just all of it.
Pushing all this new policy through and changing shit, man. Oh, sorry, Royce. Fuck you. Man, it's
Later, Roy.
good. How about that? Take it easy, Roy. It's a good thing, and I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. I haven't followed as closely as I likely should have over the last couple of months, but I do know that it's been a big enough shakeup that he made the finalists for Time Person of the Year.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, so you didn't stop beating him, you just stopped kicking him in the head while they're on the ground.
That's right. That's right. It's like, it's good.
It's like,
yeah, like,
it's like, do you get a fucking cookie for that?
So Fain, I got another question for you, brother. How do you think that the anti-SJW could get back into the flow of being, relevant? I'm not saying they're irrelevant. I'm not saying
they're relevant.
I'm not saying they're irrelevant, but it's a lot of the same shit.
I think
that's the problem. That's the problem. Is the content has gotten stale, and there's really nothing new. I mean, we can keep going over the same points,
right?
And
yeah,
I
what's
think
the
it should be a
priority?
situation.
Exactly. What is the fucking
well,
priority?
no. I think like it's what's the overall priority? Is the SJW shit really that big a priority?
I don't think it's that big a priority. And actually, I'm not sure where the skeptic community goes from here. I see them grasping. I see everybody grasping for straws. And like, what's funny is they're making Amos Yee relevant because that's a straw that's different. I see some people like
I've
Jeff
seen
Holiday
20 videos
others.
on Magic the Gathering in the past week.
I've
Magic the
seen
Gathering,
too
that
many
has been a
goddamn
stink, isn't
videos
it?
on Amos Yee. Fuck that piece of shit.
Yeah, we can all agree on fuck Amos Yee.
Well,
Stop giving
that
him
raises
attention.
an interesting question. Like, what kind of skeptics are skeptics if they like start veering away from content because it's really making everybody uncomfortable? Yeah, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. I really don't hold that position.
Well, yeah, look, and the thing is, like, you know, I mean, I'm in some Twitter chats with YouTubers that are relevant. I think it's just because I was at VidCon, and because people give me and Pat extra credit because of our production value, like, and so they add like a 1 to the front of our subscriber count in their minds and allow us to like be in these groups with them. So, you know, I'll be in groups with these big YouTubers. So, and I don't speak up much because I'm afraid that they're going to know, like, hey, what's that faggot doing here? And they're going to kick me out. But I read what's going on with them and the conversations they're going in there. Like, you know, hey man, we really need to address the alt-right, and you know, but what about this SJW thing? And oh, Amos Yee. And the thing is, like, everybody's desperate to find the next big thing that's going to fuel those subscriber mountains that you can see on Social Blade when you look at everybody's channels. These big spikes in 2016 where people went from nothing to fucking super relevance. And it was all on the backs of the anti-SJW content. The only problem is, man, people just got bored. And also the
market is saturated.
And then you've also filled your subscriber list with people who view things from that angle. And so when your subscriber count comes from one side, you don't have much of a fucking choice. You can't then go and start criticizing Trump. You know, when you built 250,000 subscribers.
Motherfucking echo chamber, dude.
Yeah, that's what happens. And so you do that and you start hemorrhaging subscribers, and man, YouTubers cannot fucking stand that. Like, it's scary. Look, shit, I know. We, you know, every time we post, we lose subscribers. We lost them today, and I thought, no way would today's video lose subscribers. Nah, it did.
I don't have enough subs to lose subs. It doesn't.
Why you got some Tana Mongoose crossover fans or what?
I find hard to believe.
Like
that there's Tana Mojo fans in our subscriber list.
I mean, I think the hot.
Well, then why do you think you lost subs off the video today then?
Man, I can't figure it out. We've actually been kind of losing them for the last week and a half. We've been losing subscribers steadily. And it's really because we put out content. I know that 2 weeks ago it was because we did a live stream that was a very fucking offensive. You know, talking about the baseball bases analogy, you know, sex analogy. And yeah, that lost us some subscribers. And then we followed up with the Tana Mojo thing. And I think that people thought we wrote those lyrics. I think some people believe
Pat
that.
Writing a few of those.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the thing is, I think the hot button issue right now is, besides Amos, is the pro pedophilia shit. I've seen so many fucking videos on, I mean, Destiny, right? Moral child pornography.
Right.
That motherfucker literally said moral child pornography.
No. He was taken out of context there.
Yeah, it was like Destiny.
What he said was more along the lines of there are pragmatic and moral arguments against it, and I'm not so sure about one of those.
The thing about Destiny, I think people are jumping on his case because he tries so hard to remove all emotion from his arguments. And when it comes to pedophilia, you can't help but fucking have emotion in there. So he seems like this is a heartless bastard but really all he's trying to do is be consistent.
No, don't get me wrong.
But he does come off like a fucking heartless bastard.
What he was leading to was the use of pre-existing child pornography to try and I guess prevent pedophiles from raping.
Oh yeah, that's the
child porn. So they do
child sex robot.
But it's you have to ignore the fact that some fucking child was photographed in there. They might still be alive as adults right now.
Yeah, and child porn. I'd say I'd be more comfortable with giving them child sex robots rather than
I'd be more
kids who have
I'd be more
already been
comfortable
through.
than for shooting him in the fucking face.
I'm
No,
totally down.
the way I see it, before they offend, if they've come forward and you know that they're pedophiles, give them therapy, give them whatever. The second they offend, hang them.
Yeah, but
Put them in
fucking
front of a firing squad, whatever's
fucking
cheapest.
therapy doesn't work for these fucking people. The recidivism rates.
I know, but you still can't
Yeah,
punish
you
before
can't.
there's a
Yeah,
crime.
this isn't. We're not waiting for the little wooden ball to roll out of the machine. This is a
Well, I know it ain't
pre-crime.
Minority Report.
Oh.
Tom Cruise isn't going to come out of nowhere with his gay thoughts running in every goddamn
Look
scene.
at
Well,
this.
hold on,
This is
hold
their
on, hold on. I
disgusting
think
people,
hold on.
even
I think
before they've committed the crime. You can't punish
Hold on.
thought crimes.
Michael, shut up.
And that's essentially what it is. If they
I've
want
come up with a third
and
option.
haven't done so.
I've come up with the third option.
Really?
What we do is we find all the midgets in the world.
Oh God.
Jesus, Dolphin.
Oh God. This is going to a dark place.
Midgets
I've
do
got
not
a
look
great
like
idea.
children.
No. Hold on. 18 and up midgets all over the world. And
send them all to my house, and then go on with the regular pedophiles. Send me all the hot midgets.
I don't think you understand where I was going with this. No, I think you totally understand.
I think everybody gets
Just
it.
mail a midget to a pedophile. There you go.
I don't get it.
Look,
I need you to walk me
I
through
like the
it. Walk
original.
me through it. Step
No,
by
no, hold on.
Pedophiles, just send me the midgets.
Here's the thing. If you feel like you might be a pedophile, if you honestly feel like you might be a pedophile, go ahead and download some midget porn. And if it gets you hard, switch your fetish.
we got to get these
Immediately.
midgets to take one for the
I'm
team,
awesome.
for the kids. Why aren't these midgets taking the
Hey man, I'm
kids?
all for
Like-
fucking lobotomy.
Hey, if I was a
Lobotomy
midget,
motherfucker.
I would take
Look.
one up the ass to prevent child rape.
Look, little women need dick too.
No, this is
I'm-
true. Absolutely.
It's
Hey,
terrible.
Nobody
Hey, I'm a
should be
little woman and I need some
discriminated
pussy.
against.
Let's do this.
We
Fain's
should
just
get
thinking
together
of
with the
subscriber count
SJWs on this. Be like,
dropping.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I was just talking about how I'm losing so many subscribers. You guys are not
Because of
helping.
offensive shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, so Fain, you hearing
is
some
it the
cunt.
use of the word midget?
So Fain, you're on the Cunt stream. We'll be losing subscribers. Don't even worry
Put this on your resume. It'll help you get any job.
about it.
I could say little people, if that helps. I don't know. It sounds more racist to me. personally.
Dwarves.
Male a
Dwarves.
midget.
That is
Male a
But
midget.
that's different.
Yes.
Dwarves are different, right?
Half
vertical
man,
talent.
half man. Wait,
How
half
are
woman.
dwarves different? I mean,
Let me
other
just
than the
go
fucking
through.
like gimp battle axe.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
I'm like
okay, I've got the solution.
midget, dwarves. What are we? Hobbits.
We pull a Wolf of Wall
I'd fuck a
Street.
hobbit if their feet weren't so hairy.
We grab.
Some of those hobbit chicks looked fine.
Trying to have it again.
We do a Wolf of Wall Street and we grab a midget and we throw him at a goddamn board, and wherever he lands is what's gonna happen.
We just chuck a midget. He's wearing one of those Velcro suits. Just chuck a
Exactly.
midget on a wall.
Go bowling with the midget and we're good. We're solid.
Midget bowling was outlawed in the late 40s. You know this. You used to be a cop.
What did you throw at him?
This is
Like,
true. This is true. I did.
a
So
German
Fain, I
Shepherd?
was in law enforcement, and I was gonna say something about the public taxes going to police, fire, EMS, all that
Thank you,
shit.
thank you for your service, ma'am.
Don't do that.
I was such a dirty cop. You guys have no idea.
No. Just don't do it for the soldiers, the veterans getting blown up and fucking.
No, that's for the
boxes,
police.
man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
for the police too.
Cops get respect too. Cops go through fucking crazy ass shit.
No,
Cops
no.
get shot.
Police, firemen.
I was
EMTs.
shot at once.
I'm going to interrupt here. Only one of us here is important. So, Fain, should you respect police officers in the way
Look.
Dolphin was doing? Do they deserve that?
Yes,
Look,
they
It's
do.
I
up to you.
absolutely-
This
I
will be
absolutely
the
think so.
deciding factor.
I absolutely think so, even though I have a little beef. Because I have maybe a little bit of history with our police
Five boys and
women.
Yeah,
They're great men and women.
Hey, so Fain, so
They're
have I.
great men
So
and
have I,
women.
dude. Don't
Some
worry.
of them are not so great men and women. You know, you and I are in the same city, so
Well, some fucking soldiers are shitty people too.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
give you
true.
that.
It's true. And what happens though? One common thing there, and I think it's more of a problem with the police. And I noticed this just because, the high school I went to was very small in Northwest Florida, Baker High School, Go Gators. And when we were graduated, there was a certain segment. I think there was 62 people in my graduating class. To them, I am a fucking alien. By the way, I love my high school reunions because they cannot make they cannot make out what is going on with me. But a certain percentage of them, and this was the least capable members of my class, went on to become police officers, and then got drunk with fucking power. It's a little bit of an issue. I think if we doubled the salary of police officers and required a certain education level, I think we'd all do better. And I'd be willing to pitch in a little bit more on my taxes. But I mean, of course, that's just fairy, dreaming. That's never going to happen. But
No. So Fain, I got
a higher level of education required.
A
lot of cops.
I'm definitely for the pay increase, and I would like to see a law against a federal law, like on a federal level, against any form of policing incentives. Like if you get X amount of citations,
that's a problem.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good system.
Yeah,
it's not a good system.
Involves fucking with other people.
Well, when I went through the academy,
this many people.
Like I'm 3 away. I can get a bonus if I get 3 more stops. No, fuck you. Stop
there's definitely a quota system. There is definitely a quota system.
No. Hold on. Don't hold the police accountable
Dolphin,
for this.
shut the fuck up.
Because
she's an ex.
She's right. She's right. It's they call it a what do they call it? A performance evaluation metric. Yes, it's performance evaluation metric. It's you either progress through the police system because you meet it, or you don't because you don't.
The thing was, when I went through the academy, I got a bonus for having a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. There was there was an incentive there. It's just
that's an incentive to bring somebody educated into the police field.
No,
that's
absolutely.
No. Go, let her continue.
And I absolutely think there should be an incentive for college educated, or like the military, give them an option to go to college. They'll pay part of it, etc. The other thing is, my problem with policing today is the militarization. We were taught in the academy that everyone was a suspect. Trust no one. That is the biggest issue in policing today.
Yeah. And this turning over, like the Atlanta police. I mean, we got a tank, right?
Yeah. We got lots of tanks.
What the fuck, dude? What are these guys doing with tanks? Look, I've been a nightclub promoter for a long time, and look, you know Atlanta, and I promoted at Tongue and Groove and Fever and Havana and all the bars in Buckhead, all the nightclubs there. And so there, it's part we hire cops to work security. They'll do it for $7,500 a night. They stand around the front door. They don't want no fucking trouble, and and we hire them to keep people straight. And then so I got to stand there and hang out with a lot of these officers, and it made me realize most of them, they got some issues. They got some rage issues that they've joined the forces to work some shit out, and that's a little problematic for me.
Oh man, I hate
people like that.
Burn my soul with
a lot more psychological vetting. Right off the bat and throughout the career.
Yeah, I think that and we've got people going into college and taking these, advanced classes in law enforcement, law psychology, and all that. And they don't go be cops. They go be lawyers. Fuck.
Hey
The
man, I was
worst.
2 years in law school and had to quit because my dad lost his job, came home to help the family. You do what you got to do, man.
Yeah,
Cop was the second best option, and
I get that, but that puts you way above most police officers who have none of that kind of background training. What they get in the academy is what they get.
This is true. This is absolutely true, and it's very much everyone's a suspect. Trust no one. That's pretty much it.
It's the type of
what bothers me?
make you a lot better suited to be a cop. It's unfortunate that she's a terrible anti-Semite with many kills under her belt. Burns crosses on black neighbors' lawns. Terrible person. But the education makes you a better cop, Wolfshot.
Thank you, Schmegel. I'm the gay fucking KKK with my purple robes and shit. It's fucking great. Purple. I'm the Grand Dragon Master Wizard. Fuck me in the ass or whatever the fuck that is.
She's got so many fucking nouns added in there. It would take far too long for us to list her entire title. But she's far above the rest.
I've seen some shit where they fucking do their rallies down the road, and I've got to stand there and let them do it because they have a permit and they're screaming, "Kill niggers, kill fucking Jews."
Where the heck are you? Like, I'm 30 minutes.
Every part of America. She lives in every part of America. From her description there, Dolphin. That's how it works.
Yeah, look, I see what he's going the same way I was thinking. Like, where the hell were you a cop?
You? Like,
Virginia.
I'm 30 minutes. I'm
okay.
Virginia.
Minutes from Kennesaw,
all right, fair enough.
Where the KKK was founded. And I've never in my life seen a KKK.
That's where my house is sitting. And so downtown, but that old man's fucking store downtown with all it's the museum, the Civil War Museum. So when you go in the door on the left, he's got Polaroid pictures of black people all up there. Every time a black person walks into that museum, he takes a Polaroid picture of them, puts their picture on the wall. That's it. But we had fucking weird.
We had Muslim Brotherhood. We had fucking the new Black Panthers. Shit, we did it all. And you just got to sit there and you got to take it. All the shit that the Black Panthers were giving us cops, fuck you pigs, die, this, that, and the other thing. You just got to keep your fucking cool.
It does suck.
You know what? I wonder how many black people you just pushed into his shop there. So Fain. like this guy's gonna be a tourist attraction now. Hey, go get your picture taken. See how big his fucking wall is.
I can't believe he's still there. And I'm one of those citizens that's currently actively breaking the law because I don't own a firearm.
Oh, hey, man, I'll bring you one.
Hey, man, dude, I'll send you a couple, so Fain.
He has one.
I'll help you. We'll sit down with gun safety.
There is a man.
That's your special.
What happened?
That's perfect.
Perfect?
Okay, so Fain's the game.
Is that Jeff?
Sorry. No, it's not Jeff. I know Schmeckel looks kind of like Jeff if you just glance at it, though.
I'm going to call
Fain is
Pat.
the pitcher, or the catcher, right?
I don't know. The topless man looked kind of scrawny. Maybe so.
Opal, shut the fuck up.
Oh
but we have a guest we like. Either use your bill paying voice or fuck off.
Look, chicks like AJ, man. AJ's super cute. Super cute.
Hey,
look. His face. I just want him back.
Opal, I will strangle you with my dick. Shut up.
She's got one of saying it.
But yeah, that is the biggest problem, I think, is military policing. We need to go back to community policing where we actually form a bond with the communities that we're assigned to.
That would be nice.
But hey.
Yeah, you remember back in the day when you'd have that cop who knew everybody in town's name and, he was just a good guy who solved crimes when they happened.
Well, it was instituted.
There was never that.
It was instituted back in the
Time.
80s,
Last
man.
thing to think of.
Community
Yeah,
policing was pretty successful.
Where's
And help
Andy
the
Griffith?
local, ginger kid out with his problem.
So,
and like,
Fain, I just wanted to give you a heads up that you might not want to click on your porn tab while you're on the stream because everyone can see your screens and your glasses.
All right, I'll try.
Fuck yeah!
I'll try not to watch porn.
Or do it. That's kind of like kind of crazy infinity shot. Like I
Come
can
on,
see
so
porn.
Fain, we gotta see him
So
drop him
Fain's
out.
The two ladies here would like to see some titties, please.
Opal, shut the fuck up. You don't count.
Chat asking for tits. She says topless man, but no tits. Shame, shame, shame.
I'm gonna write a
Yeah, we-
program for Opal.
We can get some of those 40+ titties.
I'm gonna write a program for Opal that brings her volume or her voice down
Opal, I'm
by
gonna
like
tweet fucking
6
food to Gordon Ramsay again.
octaves.
Shut the fuck up.
Everybody who tweets my cooking at Gordon.
Thank you. She did that. Thank you.
I would love to see Opal brought before Gordon Ramsay. I think that
No, I've
Gordon
tweeted
would
it.
he
I
would
tweeted
do
her
his
shit
best
at
with
him,
her.
and he blocked me.
Why
small
would he do
child
that?
wants
What a
nudes.
dick.
He blocked me because the food was so fucking atrocious.
Why wouldn't he want to help that?
Because he's not a fucking charity case.
I was about to
He's
say he
something-
ain't no fucking
He has
wizard,
a
man.
fucking career. He teaches real chefs what they're doing wrong. He doesn't
much-
teach fucking 20-year-old fucking
He can make money off of this.
Motherfucker ain't
parents
Dumbledore, okay?
macaroni and cheese. That's
She's a
not his
hurricane
job.
victim. She's
It's not
trained
his
to cook and she's terrible at it. She
Gordon
needs help.
Ramsay is not Dumbledore. It just won't work.
I swear to God,
The
I'm gonna
only
host a
advice
live
you could
cast
possibly have is
5
Opal.
days a week just to make sure that she doesn't kill her family with salmonella.
Exactly. Kill yourself before you poison your child.
Yes.
And I'm gonna invite her in. We're gonna cook all the meals together. It's gonna be only her video.
You hear that, Opal? Dolphin's gonna be your mentor.
I'm gonna teach you how to cook. I cook my family.
Hey, Opal, you gotta unmute yourself there.
It's gonna be dolphin safe.
I'd prefer she didn't.
It's gonna be dolphin safe tuna fish. That's gonna be the first meal. It's easy. You gotta boil eggs. That's it. If
But you know
don't
what? But
do
you know what's
this,
so Fain?
I can't help you.
I've had issues with law enforcement when I was a kid. Fucking, I can't tell you how many times I've been arrested for trespassing because my wife's family did not like me, and I really didn't give a fuck. So I didn't have a very high opinion of the police, and then I became a police officer.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh,
That's
well,
so
were you one of those
complicated.
kids who fucking joined? You were like, I'm gonna clean up the force.
Yeah, tearing
I'm
down the
gonna
system
join
from
You
the
know what,
inside.
Schmeckle, you were absolutely right. I thought I was gonna change some shit, and nope.
Nope.
This
Just fall in
system-
line.
The system changed me, and then after
You
about
got
4
jaded.
years, 4 or 5 years, I think it was my 5th year, I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Was it
Yeah,
because
that's
of
fair
all the
enough.
corpses you saw, or because of dishonesty on the force?
Dishonesty. Blatant dishonesty. Blatant
so-
corruption.
So the police are
Dude,
fairly corrupt.
Irate
No,
prostate.
I'm not making that generalization to every I'm not
But
doing that.
Where you were, at least.
Where I was, yes.
Specific to your situation.
Opal, I can't fucking hear you with the dick in your mouth. What?
I said it was specific to your
Opal, Bill,
situation.
paying voice.
We have
am-
someone important.
Building.
I feel like I'm on
I
Scrubs.
could go.
Look, Irate prostate brought something up in the chat. I was reading that about Whitey calling Lacey Green fat. I saw that tweet today.
Aw,
I saw that.
not
First
fat.
off, Lacey Green is too chubby
Lacey
for me.
Green.
She's too big
No, I know.
for me to be
Lacey
interested.
was
No,
calling.
no, hold on.
Why?
Well,
YouTuber
Whitey
was
just
calling-
tries to stir
All right,
shit.
hold
up.
on.
Whitey
One at a
is nothing
time,
but a troll.
bros. One at a time. What,
Lacey
Schmeckle?
Green is a healthy size.
No, Lacey Green might be a healthy size. I'm not a doctor.
She's
She's
not
Indian
Too
American.
big for
She's not
my personal.
above. She's not above a healthy regulation size.
You know, I saw
She's
Christy
above
Winters.
what I weigh, and that's too big for me.
I saw Christy Winters for the first time, and man, she looks like
She's above a healthy weight.
she looks like a fucking horse who misses her fucking stablemate. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking Ann Coulter
I think
is
so.
looking
Fain will
for her
agree with me.
stablemate, and Christy Winters is
I think so. Fain will agree with me. After the haircut, there was a little while where Christy looked pretty good.
Oh God, no.
I'd rather take my dick and put it in a fucking hacksaw.
Smeckle, I am
that.
effectively like unfollowing you as of this moment.
Christy
No, I'm
Winters,
not saying
That bitch
good
ain't
by
hot.
like she has
but
a
good by
load
Christy
shot in her
standards.
eyes.
She looks like an autistic person drew her with the left foot. Fuck that bitch.
No. It's
No,
definitely
a lot
more
of
of a
autistic
Down
people are
syndrome
good
look than
artists.
autism.
That's very mean.
The eyes are very
Oh. Okay. You like her because she's that
Someone
Down
drew that
syndrome
bitch
girl.
with their left foot.
No, there was some. There's some documentary out there called, or some movie called My Left Foot about this artist who had like a stroke or something and
Yeah, Daniel
paints with his
Day-Lewis.
left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. So
It could happen.
I was like, so there is somebody out there that could paint.
But this isn't
badass
Daniel
with their
Day-Lewis. This is the retard down the street you don't want to give candy to.
left foot.
Aww.
Drawn with their left fucking foot. Shut up, Opal. I say what I goddamn want to say. If I
Yeah,
wanted
not
your
even that,
opinion, I
Opal.
would have fucked it out of your mouth.
I'd like to see this.
Oh,
Let me
we-
reiterate that this co-stream is
Here's
the
some
very
How
monsters
is your
like
kid,
that.
Opal? How is your
beta
kid,
version.
Opal?
I literally just came back from the children's hospital.
How is your kid?
It's fine.
Yeah, how's your kid, Opal?
Good.
Is it okay? Salmonella? What?
What? No, it's not.
Rabies?
It's fine.
He's got ringworms.
Scurvy?
What? Why
The
would he?
croup?
No,
Okay,
Salt
Opal.
poisoning.
Opal, what have you
Rickets?
got?
What is it?
no, his kidneys are just too small for his body, so they wanted to make sure he was okay.
Well, stop
Well,
feeding him fucking ramen chicken nuggets, you fuck.
And Jim Beam. That's probably
I'm
not good for the
pretty sure she's not feeding him ramen chicken nuggets.
No, I just gave him chicken nuggets without ramen.
Sinatra, what's up, my man?
1 second, cunts. I need to address Cunt Team Beta right now. I've just introduced you to one of the most important stupid dipshits you will ever interact with.
Hello.
Not
What's up?
Hey, Sinatra
know,
and I have
listen.
streamed together before. I would smash.
I know.
Let's-
I've been
Are you in a wind tunnel, my friend?
I've been tweeting at him for weeks trying to get him to follow me back and come on our show, but
Yeah, but you're not
Sinatra
cool enough
I would
for him.
smash, and I am such a lesbian would smash.
Nice.
No, yeah,
it's all,
there's
it's
no-
all the guns.
Hey,
There.
motherfucker.
It's all the
God
guns.
damn.
See, the
This
cool
dude
people
almost
are
just straight up
sitting
walked in front of my
back letting us
fucking
talk.
car.
I was about to say he sounds like he's driving.
Yeah, he's in the window.
That's not
Are you
why.
driving through the ghetto, Sinatra? Or are we gonna go see some fucking, backwards
I'm-
ass titties?
I'm in the ghetto light right now.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
Sinatra, if you end up dead,
Oh.
send Butternutter as your girlfriend's replacement, Sinatra.
Yeah,
At
ghetto,
least we
now
get a-
available
at
in
least we get
Mexican.
an e-brake there, so we know he's parked.
Actually,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
honestly, where I'm at, if I hit someone, I'd probably just keep going.
Oh.
So we have verification.
When I was in high
Forensic
school,
trail later.
when I was in high school, the street I'm on right now, one of my high school best friends, he was sitting in a car with somebody else, and this dude just walked up and shot them both in the head and walked away.
Jesus H. fucking Christ.
They never found the guy. There was no motive for it. The dude just did it and walked away.
He came back saying, I'm the son of Sam.
Ah, Bel Air.
Oh, by the way, my kid won't stop eating lemons. I don't know if that's a thing, but he won't stop eating.
He's trying to clean out his body. He
So,
thinks
hold
a
on.
nice
It's called
acid cleanse
scurvy,
will
you
do him some
fuck.
good.
Scurvy,
So
yeah,
let me
that's
get
scurvy.
this straight. If we hear any loud explosions and then we can't get you to respond, should we call the police in Bel Air?
No, Lindale.
No,
Lindale.
fucking Sinatra's
Okay.
packing.
Just wanna
Whenever
make
he's
sure.
good.
Yeah, streamed live on the
Oh,
country.
I've seen the fucking gun Sinatra's packing. More
Sinatra,
important,
what are you packing,
I've seen
bro?
his hand when he holds it.
It's a gun.
I've got my
Yeah,
380.
he could hit anything like that. Like
Hell
literally
yeah, 380, baby.
anything.
Big
You need a
old
steady
load.
hand, Sinatra. You can't be doing this shit with your gun.
Well,
Hey,
what
at
do I
least
look
he
like?
ain't cocking it sideways, man.
What's that dude's name from Don't Be a Menace? Should I wear this high top with this energy? Should I wear the low
Or these
tops with
bunny
this match?
slippers. Yeah, say these bunny slippers with low.
I just wear these then.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
You know that movie could not be made today.
What's your name? Cigarette? Ashtray.
Crazy Legs is the best.
Oh, forget about Crazy.
Fucking Crazy Legs. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
No
now
Sinatra.
that Sinatra's fucked up our flow.
No.
How's
no,
the?
I have to talk to Sinatra about fucking Tucker Carlson.
Now we have
I
two.
love
Tucker
Tucker
Carlson.
I know. I've been watching fucking the Can't Cut the Tuck videos, and they're fucking amazing.
I've
They
recently
really are.
started an affair with Trey Gowdy. That dude's a fucking little shit kicker.
Dude, I have loved that man for years now.
I didn't really get into his videos. Like
I'm not homosexual way.
I've seen a couple of his videos, but I watched one on a stream once, and Tonka was like, "Listen to this shit," and just sent me like 4 videos, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, this dude's
Have you
awesome."
seen the speech at Liberty College?
I would rather get fucked in the ass than listen to that shit.
Have you heard the speech at Liberty College?
No, I haven't.
I was
You
there.
should check that
Actually,
out. You should check it out. It is
Liberty
an
is in my
amazing
state, by the way.
Yeah, Liberty is.
speech.
Yeah, it
It'll
is.
blow your mind.
I'm out of the ghetto now. There's like a
Oh,
neat
I've
little.
seen. Yeah, Trey Gowdy. I've seen that video of his where he's talking about all the cops, right?
I wanted him to be AG.
Yeah, he should have been AG. He'd be a great AG.
Yeah, he'd be an amazing AG.
So Fain, how do you feel about this divide we've got going on in the government right now?
That this is just how it's going to be for the foreseeable future. Where everybody's so damn polarized, and nobody can. We've set up a system where nobody can compromise. So we're fucked. This is how it is. Whoever's is in charge is going to feebly try to govern, and we're going to live pretty much by executive action. Is how we're going to change laws for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
is
been like
this
that for a
much
little
like
bit.
is this akin to Obama, the Obama clusterfuck, where it was we're going to block you at every turn?
Well,
It's-
this isn't necessarily that case because the Republicans control all the control the government. It's just that they can't get their own act together. Same back when when Democrats controlled everything, man. Say what
George
you will
W.
about
Bush.
Nancy Pelosi, but at least she fucking beat those pussies' asses in line and got them to fucking do some shit. The Republicans
think
need somebody like that. They need a real whip.
I
Yeah.
think it's a lot easier for Democrats to fall in line than Republicans. Because there
No.
seems to be such, with the exception of Bernie Sanders and whatever the fuck Elizabeth Warren's on, the Democrats seem to be in lockstep with each other for the most part. But
Well, it's
with the
easier when you're
Republicans-
in the minority.
Well, you know what? The
Yeah.
Republicans are fighting against Donald Trump's policies, on some policies, I will say,
Yeah.
and they go back and forth and bicker, and then Donald Trump blames all the Democrats, and it's like, well, why do we keep having executive orders when this is supposed to go through Congress? That's my
Well,
biggest bitch.
We've been
Yeah.
dealing with executive orders for like the past 10 years. They've been used as a way to just bypass Congress.
No, and I absolutely, I don't agree with them. I don't give a fuck who does them. Obama, fucking George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, whatever. It should go through Congress as per normal. You know what I'm saying?
When you give the executive branch the power to make executive decisions, they're not going to hand it back willingly.
No, they're not. No, they're
Well,
not.
yeah.
I mean, why would they?
That's
It's
What's
like
the
setting
incentive?
term limits, right? That ain't never gonna happen.
It's been an issue for a long time to try to remove some of that executive power back, and they just don't want to give it up. Who willingly wants to give up power they have?
Well, the problem is we got checks and balances, and the checks and balances ain't doing their goddamn job.
No, they're failing, and that's what people talk about when they say a government that goes tyrannical is a government that answers to nobody. We had the checks and balances, but if executive power keeps growing the way it is, within 50 years, we could see an absolute tyrannical government take over.
I think that's absolutely true.
Absolutely. I will absolutely agree with you, Sinatra.
We're just setting it up that way. It's just going, and it's all going to be that last flip of the coin as to who's in charge. But then at one point, I think it swings all one way, and it's going to be really hard to yank it back. So,
but when it does come back, it takes a lot of shit out.
Well, you know, the problem is that right now we're very far right, and then when Trump gets out of office, it's going to be far left. Why can't we have a fucking middle ground?
Yeah, it's because you can't.
Good.
Yeah, I just don't feel like the electorate will allow it because actually, man, I have to go back. I'm not a media basher, but man, this is kind of on the media. The polarization of the media is creating the polarization of the public, which is creating a polarization of the government, and that's just how it. And like, it's just the same way I was talking about earlier, how the anti-SJW channels can't go and criticize their own side now because they've stacked their audience with
you're labeled as a traitor, right?
Right. So it's the same thing with politics, you know, and so if you disagree with the people, you know, in your party on certain things, man, you get shouted down.
Yeah, fuck that noise, man. I'd rather be in like, why can't people just be like, formulate their own opinions, get it from there, and not follow like Tonka. Okay, Tonka puts it so well. Like the jersey, you gotta wear this jersey. You gotta have this jersey on. Fuck that jersey.
Yeah, you're just wearing laundry.
Yeah.
Wear your own. To be your own person. You know.
Well, like I did a video a couple days ago in response to the Young Turks, and they were talking about the Kate Steinle thing.
I love that video, by the way, Sinatra.
Thank you. And they just left out such important things when talking about the verdict. It's like, if somebody goes to the Young Turks because they think they're getting the real news, they're leaving out big portion. They're not lying. Yeah, they are. They're omitting extremely important things. Like they just completely
they're lying by omission.
They just completely left out the fact that gun was stolen from a cop. Just completely left that fact out. Completely forgot to say that he shot the gun multiple times. Like there's just several things that were really important to that verdict that were completely left out.
Yeah.
Just crazy spin zone, man. They just, you know, tell the story how they want to tell it. They tell the story how they want to tell it.
I think the best part about Donald Trump right now is that he is showing the media bias. He is up in its asshole about the media leaving things out, putting things in. I think that's probably one of the best things that's happened. I don't like Donald Trump. I didn't fucking
do that shit too.
I didn't fucking vote for him. I am not a fan. Not a fan at all. I voted independent. So it's, you know, what are you gonna do?
Like you
I didn't I didn't waste my fucking vote. I didn't vote for Jill Stein or anything.
You have a fucking two-party system. You knew your vote was going nowhere.
Yeah, but at least I voted.
You see the media leaving out. They never criticized Saint Obama, but Obama deported more illegal immigrants by, I think it's a factor of 3 than any other president. You think that's just never talked about?
To be fair, we never gave Obama credit for.
Yeah, I'm like, but that's just we elect Donald Trump, so he will deport people, even though we're just coming out of a president who deported more than he
fucking Obama did.
I don't fucking
that doesn't make any fucking sense. I never thought of that.
It's that media spin, man. It's that, oh, we gotta let the Democrats, so this is their line of thinking. We have to keep in line with that thinking or it's all gonna be fucked up.
Well, I think another part of that is Hillary Clinton never came out adamantly against that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's also true.
Hillary Clinton.
She was too. She played it. She tried to play some of these topics way too moderately, and just didn't take a firm stance one way or another on a lot of things, and that really cost her. You can't be mealy mouthed and soft.
Fucking A.
It's okay to take a hard stance on stuff. It's okay to take a hard stance. on things like
Hell
immigration. Enforce the law. That's not racist. We're not
It's
saying
like
Yeah, I mean,
Muslim-
is illegal
Hey, Sinatra.
immigration bad? It's got the word fucking illegal in it. Yeah, it's bad.
but it's
We have those laws for a reason.
Hey, Sinatra. I
the
saw
one
your
thing I find
saw your tweet on the Muslim ban, right? And
yeah,
all these
the non-existent
yeah,
thing.
and all these assholes are like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Didn't Obama do this?"
He did it with the same countries.
Yeah, exactly. So did Jimmy Carter. So did fucking George W. Bush. Bill Clinton even did it.
Yeah, because countries that pump out terrorists, sometimes it's not a good idea to take in people from those countries. Sometimes you need to not make social justice decisions. You need to make tactical decisions. Pragmatic
Well, if you'll notice, one of the
decisions that make fucking sense.
One of the favorite left talking points is gun control. They love talking about gun control, and that's fine. We can have the gun control.
Is using both hands.
We can we can have the gun control debate all day long, but if there is ever a crime committed by an illegal immigrant, it's never immigration control they want to talk about.
And it's always the gun's fault.
Because that's not something you can talk about, because those people are, for the most part, brown.
Yeah,
yeah,
look,
man, like my fucking mom.
I'm for gun control, but you know what? Whatevs. I just don't have a gun. I just don't have a gun. It's the law where I live. You're supposed to have a gun, own a gun. It's the law here in Kennesaw, and I have a paintball gun. I will turn you super purple.
Paintball guns fucking hurt.
I'm all right with.
Mine hurts. Mine hurts.
I'm all right with common sense gun control.
I'm sorry, if you can shoot that thing properly, you can disarm a robber with a fucking paintball.
Yeah, you just need to know how to walk those two fingers, baby.
It's all about paintball to the throat will take down a big motherfucker for sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm for common sense gun control. I mean, fuck.
Well, I had
common sense type shit.
Asking about you.
I had a pseudo debate with Dater Lucum on this stuff.
Yeah.
And what it turned out was he just didn't understand a lot of the gun laws. And
Dieter's a good guy, man. I actually really like Dieter. And he'll listen. He'll listen, and he'll also come clean if he's wrong about something.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Well, that's all it turned out. Because he thought it was legal.
I don't know if I'm for more gun control, but I'm certainly for gun control. I'm not exactly sure how much there actually is.
It varies. It varies.
He didn't know what the federal license or the federal firearm licensing thing was. He didn't know about any of that. So we had like a good hour and a half talk about the stuff.
Nice, man. He's a good guy. I really enjoyed meeting him at VidCon, man. He's solid people.
Oh, he was one of the first people I ever streamed with. He's awesome.
Yeah, I think he was actually one of the early people I streamed with as well. Very nice guy.
Well, apparently he has questionable taste, but
So, Fain, did you meet No Bullshit at VidCon? Were you one of the guys in the pictures of him?
I did meet No Bullshit.
No, from what I heard, he has very bad taste, and not the No Bullshit stuff. He basically molested Crazy Hair, from what I heard.
Didn't he fucking sneak in? Didn't he fucking fake a pass?
Yeah, No Bullshit faked his way in.
Oh my god!
What our subscribers threw
Sorry,
together all this money, and somebody donated airline miles to fly us there, and everybody came together to get us there, and it was really fucking cool. And he just snuck in and to take a nap. What a lazy.
He snuck in to fall asleep during the fucking thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna hop on my desk.
Yeah, I practically didn't sleep that weekend. I wanted to meet everyone and party with everyone, and man, just work, man. Come on, work this thing like it's a fucking business. And we were talking about Lacey Green earlier. I actually think Lacey Green is fucking great, and that was just because she gave me a ride to her house and then took us to Blair White's party. And she was funny as fuck and really personable, and her personality is surprisingly fun. And a lot of
No,
them are,
like I was saying when Lacey was brought up, she was brought up because Whitey apparently called her fat.
Yeah.
Too big for me, but Whitey's only doing it because that's what Whitey does. That's what Whitey.
Yeah, it is what Whitey does. That's what
Well, you like
Whitey
to
go to
weigh
Whitey.
90 pounds.
Yeah,
What?
Whitey trying to stir shit up.
Yeah, that's Whitey going to Whitey. That's just how it is.
Yeah, Whitey gonna fucking Whitey.
Yeah, I'm really starting to feel like BLM because I just gotta say fuck Whitey.
Is that a dad joke? That's a dad joke, right?
It's a little bit of a dad joke.
It's
A
pretty
little bit
good.
of a knee slapper.
See, it happens
No
when you
proper
become a
dad
dad.
jokes.
You can't help it. You just
So-
make them.
It was only close.
Yeah, it's not far from there until you start saying, "How do you get dragon milk?" From a cow with no back
Dolphin,
legs.
Dolphin,
Oh.
do yourself a don't finish that.
Yeah.
Leave it hanging.
It's too late.
Leave them
Too
wondering
late.
and don't embarrass yourself.
I'm a
Oh,
dad. Fuck you. I get
shut
away
up.
with it. I'm allowed to
Yeah, you
say
got the
dad
pass.
jokes.
You got the pass.
I got 3 boys. I should have 10 times the number of gray hairs that I do.
No. You got quite a bit.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have gray hair yet.
I used to like the only part of my
That's
iris
because
that
you're
really
fucking
showed up
20
was in
years
my
old, Opal.
I was about to say, Opal, you're fucking 12. Get the hell out of here. No minors.
I'm not a minor. I can drink now.
By the way, I gotta say, so Fain,
that's where it starts,
Opal
Schmeichel.
hit
I'm just
on
telling you.
You're
That's the
very
most
pretty.
obvious
Usually
part.
that'd be exactly what she's going after. She's behaving herself tonight.
We told her she had to be good in front
The
of the
near
guests.
death experience after eating her own fucking cooking must have taught her a lesson.
Yeah, for once, she's behaving herself.
Did you get
I
your
almost-
coffee pot yet, Opal?
Oh yeah, it's in the mail. It's at my grandparents' house.
So, I do have to clarify
Why
something.
wouldn't
I'm
you
not
get it
joking.
shipped to your
about that. She
place?
poisoned herself.
I didn't want my
She
mom
made
to steal
food that
it.
poisoned her.
Wait, what? Your mom
Literally.
would steal your coffee maker?
She's like, "Oh, this is fancy. I'm gonna take it to my school."
Your
See,
fancy
here's the thing,
$30 coffee maker?
Yeah,
Opal,
yeah.
Who would
the,
steal it from you?
the deal
Leave you
is with food, you have to cook it for time. For a long time. For like
No, I
more
didn't.
than
Opal, stop
This time she
cooking.
poured a fucking cup of salt into it.
No, a cup of
Oh,
soy
God.
You
sauce.
got sodium poisoning.
I poured a cup of soy sauce in the thing, and I got sodium poisoning.
Wait,
A cup?
you put soy sauce in what?
And some
Ramen.
ramen noodles.
But a cup, that's
Yeah.
a problem. They come
That's
in
way
small
too
bottles for a reason.
Yeah, they come in little rip-up packets. Single
There's
rip-up
a reason
packets.
it comes
No.
out as little fucking small streams,
just salty.
Opal.
Opal, you could ruin a wet dream.
I had bought a beer bottle size of soy sauce.
yeah, like everybody here
I
is
just
imagining
poured it in
anime
there.
and then they're getting sick on the salmonella.
Well, like I can bake. I made really good chocolate croissants and bread, but I for some reason can't cook real food.
Well, yeah, Opal, that's because you can't fuck up baking. If anything, you're gonna burn it.
Yeah, that's your downside is burning it.
Well, I did put too much yeast in one recipe and it exploded out of the
course you
pan.
Of course, you're gonna prove me wrong
it's
by
trial.
fucking up something I said you couldn't fuck
Opal,
up.
It's
just
trial
stop
and
doing everything, okay?
I'll admit one time I was trying to bake a brownie pan for a party, and I got the little fucking tiny M&Ms. I made a nice fucking brownie. I pulled it out of the oven to check on it,
Such a woman.
and I just fucking dropped it everywhere.
Dropping it is different than fucking poisoning it, my
Yeah,
dude.
No,
dropping it
Did
is
you burn
different than
yourself?
pouring a cup of
I
soy sauce into something and giving yourself sodium poisoning.
I had to bust out some Q-tips and
Here's
clean
the
in the
thing.
hinges of the oven door. It was like an hour and a half cleanup.
She made something that if she had accidentally fed it to her kid, they might have died.
They might have died.
Here's my issue with the whole issue. Opal, you actually continued eating to the point where you got sodium poisoning?
No, I had like maybe 3 bites. I was like, oh, well, maybe it tastes better with the meat.
3 bites got you sick.
And her kidneys started to fucking hurt.
It felt like I drank salt
don't-
water.
No, from now on, you have a little sister, right?
You basically did.
You have a little sister who's at least smart enough that she's constantly bitching about you. Get her to cook.
She doesn't cook.
Maybe
I
it's just a
almost said
genetic thing in your
tell her to look
family.
it up on the internet.
Nobody cooks in my family. I'm the only one who tries.
I'll tell you what.
Tell her she could save a child's life.
Opal,
Dude, you just need to start buying guinea pigs and
No. I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna work together on this. We'll
Michael,
get back
are you
to
gonna
we'll
put
get
up
back to
the
the
number
general
for
population
CPS
of
again?
us all.
Oh, I'm getting very close.
Stop putting up the number for CPS.
I will type another 10 random digits. And I hope nobody calls because I'm pretty sure a lot of these will turn out to be people's house numbers.
Right,
Eventually, it's gonna
I will
be the
put up
right
10
in
more
my
digits.
giggle dick. Right in my fucking giggle dick.
One day it's gonna be the real number for CPS.
These days, I'm going to guess right. And
Didn't
people are going
AP
to call,
put the
and
real
they're going to get that answer on the end. Hey, it's Texas CPS. And they're going to be like, oh, fuck.
Hey,
Well, I
start
heard about this chick. I heard about this chick.
starting
Just call
713 and work out.
All right, look, I gotta go to bed.
All right.
Pain's like, I'm out.
This poisoning on the whole poisoning cooking thing. But anyway, look, thanks for letting me hang out, guys.
Fuck all of us?
No,
What
dude,
the hell
thank
is
you so
reading
much
in your
for
glasses,
Fain.
man? What the hell is that
It
shit?
was good having you on.
Thanks for not making fun of my cooking.
Give me a solid and give all my love to fucking Sid Vicious. None for you. All
I
for
will.
him.
Look, I will. Look, he deserves it way more than me. Look, Sid Vicious and Johnny Rotten are the best.
There's a dog in the back.
You know what, Sophie? You do me a favor, too. And next time you're with Pat, and Pat's new wife isn't around, give him the tip. Just the tip. For me.
Just Dutch rudder him a little bit. Just
Yeah, a
a
little
Rudder.
bit of Dutch rudder.
The
Yeah.
old rusty trombone.
Hey, Fain, man, hit me up in Twitter DMs and let me know what letters on top of those bottles.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
And if you want
so
some
can
more,
give me
I'm in
recommendations.
town, man.
And
so I
so,
can
Fain,
run 'em over.
I've got deer jerky my wife's making right now. If you want
Hey,
some,
hey,
let
whoa,
me
whoa,
know.
Yeah,
whoa,
you
whoa,
can
whoa,
you can
whoa,
ship
whoa,
that shit.
whoa,
You can
I
ship
like
that
deer
shit,
jerky.
and nobody
About that,
asks you
and
questions.
send
You
Send
tell
me
them
some
it's
deer
alcohol,
jerky and
and it's
pizza
like I
rolls
got
in the
Homeland
mail.
Security on my ass.
Wait, Outlaw Wolf, you're gay married?
What?
You're gay married?
Hell yeah, I am.
She's lesbian married. It's even better. 'Cause you don't gotta think about two dicks rubbing together.
Do you beat the shit out of each other?
Do
No.
you guys actually ever do that? I feel like that's something that
I read it. There was a
one.
I
study. I
beat the
think it
shit
was
out of that pussy. Let me tell
Oh
you what.
God!
there was a study. I think it was from Boston, maybe.
Golf
That
clap for
said
them.
lesbian relationships, like 50% of them end in domestic violence.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Have you ever heard
man,
Wolfie when she gets really drunk? She's aggressive. But
Nah,
have
man,
you
I
ever
beat-
heard
I
Wolfie?
beat that
Wife,
pussy
when she
like
gets
no
really
one's
drunk,
business. That's the only thing I beat.
Well, I guess
All
you're
right.
one of the good ones.
But yeah, so
One of the
Fain,
good ones.
thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks. And look, Sinatra, let's stream sometime, man. I got some stuff I want to talk to you about.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, man. And anyway, look, I'll see all you cunts later, and I'll be back on the. This ain't my first time on Schmeckel's channel. Don't let him lie. Don't let him lie.
And check your DMs. I got something I need to talk to you about as well, Fain. I think I brought it up before you went on your India trip.
yeah, and check your DMs, Fain. I sent you a bunch of dick pics.
You know what?
Yeah,
Since
yeah,
you
so
check your
many-
DMs, I want to send you some
And
DMs.
I sent you a bunch of titty pics of my wife, so
Nice.
Wait, can I see those too?
no.
I'm gonna send you a bunch of interracial gay porn.
How about just
DMs?
yours then?
Those
I'll
are
send
Sinatra's
you
dick
some
pics
pics,
too.
baby.
All right, everyone, shut the fuck up and let Fain leave.
I've never been so excited to check my DMs. I usually put that off.
All right,
All right, guys.
Dog, I want to cuddle that dog.
Thanks for coming by, Fain.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah, Sinatra, I'll send you some titty pics of my wife.
All right.
Oh God, Wolfie, Wolf.
Your wife is
Sinatra,
nice.
not
Can you send my wife some of those?
Passed
Because
out.
she would probably
Schmeckle,
appreciate
Schmeckle, I'll show you some.
No, she says she's not passed out, but I'm not convinced.
Wait, what about me?
Send
Your
some titty
wife
pics
is
of my wife,
nice.
no problem.
We're getting lesbian titty pics. You
Yay!
excited?
Are you me?
Wow, and
Are you me?
and like
You don't
since
get
we know how
Gotcha.
hardcore Alpha Outlaw is, then we absolutely know how lipstick lesbian the other one is.
Her wife
Oh.
is pretty.
She
What
is.
if-
Hey, ask Schmeckle. I sent him
Is
pictures.
she a-
She's,
she-
Wait. No. I've seen the pictures, but yeah, you're like, obviously you're the butch one in the relationship, right?
yes, sir.
What if
You
outlaws just
see all feminine and shit. Like I
like
pictures. I have no idea about your
She's
personality.
pretty.
the funny part is the way I grew up in the system. I learned that the butch one is the cool one to hang out with, and the other one's only gonna get your ass kicked by the butch one.
No. I've run into a couple lesbian couples where both of them were cool.
Yeah,
Although
my wife
those-
is definitely cool. She's chill as fuck.
She's
And now that I
pretty
think
and
of it,
she's
those
nice and she's
relationships
super
didn't really
smart.
have a butch. They were both like half butch, I guess.
Yeah, Opal's talked to my wife. She's fucking.
She's super smart and so nice and pretty.
shut up, Opal?
She's like the
Lipstick
ideal
all the
woman,
way,
and she makes
lipstick
good sandwiches.
all the way.
No, like I said, to you, Wolfie, not my
Yeah.
type. For the same reason, Lacey's not my type. Like, just a little too thick for.
But you like
I
the
definitely
90
got a nice
pounds.
dick.
Okay. To throw it out there, my wife isn't fat. She's 130
no,
pounds.
not fat, just too big for me
That's
personally.
slightly lighter than me.
He likes some Eugenia Cooney.
I like people dolphin size. That's a good.
What?
I
6
think,
I like
foot
people who weigh around
137.
with dolphin waist.
My wife, she's got big hips, big ass, and big titties. I can't bitch.
I think Lacey's pretty.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
She's definitely got like the whole hourglass thing going on, and
Oh, yeah.
not in the gross way.
Yeah,
In
nope.
a
in
good
a
way.
healthy way.
Oh yeah.
But you
But yeah,
guys go
I'll
hunting
send
together
I'll
too,
send the
right?
titty pics, Schmeckle. I'll send them to you.
Well, now
Okay,
I'm
Excellent.
actually
The missus and I are both very excited for this.
Schmeckle, have you ever?
Aw, they look at
Maybe
porn
that is
together.
My wife
Obviously.
doesn't care.
You have good man.
We watch porn together. She don't give a fuck.
Well, I
Aw.
think you have to if you're a lesbian. You're missing out on like half
Almost
of the
like
good
that's
shit.
so
No. You
sweet.
know them girls who are like, I don't want you to watch porn. I don't want you to
the
have.
missus is like 3/48 a lesbian.
If a girl tells you she doesn't want you watching porn, you gotta dump that hoe.
Or like
Yeah,
skin
no, yeah,
mags, right?
Getting pissed off about porn. There's something wrong with your dick.
activity.
No, well, no. If she's getting pissed off about porn, that means she's like too insecure to like.
Exactly.
It's not
Dude,
like
for my 18th birthday, my wife fucking gave me like 8 copies of Hustler.
What a shitty
Like,
birthday.
I
How
have to watch
fucking
porn
old
because
are
you are
you?
not physically able to suck my dick for 18 hours a day. Sorry.
Wait. No. Well, how old are you that for your 18th birthday she gave you magazines?
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
She gave me
any
more
of
than
you.
that, but I'm not gonna get into that.
that was
No,
the,
but
the
magazines,
object.
When I was 18, nobody would have thought of that. It was like 6 years ago, and
I don't-
magazines weren't really a thing anymore.
When
I don't get it.
is Hustler still around?
Yeah, Hustler's still.
Yeah, Hustler's still around, and it's still an excellent magazine. Very good articles, very enlightening.
There are no
Yeah,
fucking
I think-
articles. What are
I
you
think-
talking about?
Isn't Larry Flint like huge anti-Trump? He's major anti-Trump. Did I hear about him in the news about something? How he was gonna like dedicate his magazine to bringing fucking Trump down?
Well,
Something
they
like
want to
that?
they want to crack down on porn, or so I've heard. I don't know if that's the case.
There's a Larry Flint's Hustler Club near me. I've never been to it though.
I'm the only one who respects marriage.
Oh, he put an ad
actually,
in Hustler that says, "Have dirt that could impeach Trump. Larry Flint will pay you $10 million."
Since we've got Sinatra here,
Larry Flint is super free speech and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Since we've got Sinatra here, obviously Wednesday we're doing the thing for you. I'll get you to go through it then too. But is there any chance you can just give a quick little explanation of where the money's going?
It's just going to help out with my kids' medical bills because I just got some shit going on with them. I don't want to get too much into detail, but
Oh, okay.
When's the
It's-
stream? When's the stream, Sinatra?
2 days from now. It'll be Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, I'll definitely be there to donate, dude.
Oh, I'd like
Thank you.
to help.
It's just to help with some medical bills.
Yeah,
once
no
you're
problem,
there,
man. I'll be
And my
there.
birthday is right after Christmas too, so it's just gonna help with all that shit.
Yeah,
Isn't
the
your
important
birthday
things you need to know are his kids have medical bills that have popped up recently. It's the month of fucking Christmas, and then next month is both of their birthday because they're twins.
Yeah.
So a lot of money at one time.
Well, if they need toys, man, I'm more than happy to get on the Amazon wish list and send them some stuff if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a few people have asked me
That's
to
a
create
good
an
idea.
Amazon wish list.
Yeah,
Before
you
we do it, if
should.
you want to set up a wish list or something.
I
Yeah,
was
man.
looking at some of the toys, like, because what they need is like sensory stuff to help with their therapy,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
just one of those elastic body socks are like
Oh yeah.
$55.
That stuff's
But
really
if
expensive.
you wanna-
Sinatra, consider it done, man. Don't
Yeah,
worry about
if
it.
you want to set up a fucking wish list, that would probably be even like obviously we'll put the Streamlabs, PayPal, or whatever you've got. We'll put that out as well. But set up a wish list, and then people can specifically
Get the toys.
And
exactly.
Wolf, make sure you get
I'll-
that those links from Schmeckle because you know how he is.
I will set up a wish list, but is there a way to like put the PO box address embedded in the wish list?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want,
I have no
Sinatra, I
idea.
can DM you and we can go through it because I've done it before.
Okay.
Oh, my son's stuff's all too small and too babyish.
Yeah, my kids are large.
Yeah, my
Did
kid's
you say you
tiny.
have twins? Sinatra?
How old
Yeah.
are your kids? Sinatra?
That's
They'll be
awesome.
5.
3 or
They'll be 5.
5?
I'm a fucking
How many
twin
do you
myself. Twin kick major ass, dude.
My
Congratulations.
kid is like 5 times smaller than your kid.
You have
My kids
Yeah.
were like 6T.
God
like
dang.
They're
so,
big
so
fucking
that's
kids.
the shock of twins. Like 5 years, you still haven't knocked your wife up again. Like it's that
No, I'm
scary.
single, dude.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
about to say
He's
he's
a single dad with
and
twins.
yeah,
He's a
that's
single
the other
dad.
thing. He's single on top of all that shit.
See, my brain doesn't
Single
compute
dad
that.
having to deal with
that's just
Single
Yeah,
like-
he's a
parent
single dad. He needs all
problem.
the help he can get. Make that Amazon wish list and we'll fucking make it happen, Sinatra, dude.
If I were a feminist, I'd have millions of dollars by now.
So it's funny because it's true.
But actually, Dolphin, I'm thinking you might be able to help Sinatra out.
Well,
a little
how
bit.
so? Like I'm broke, man. You know what
Well,
I mean.
he's in a very, very tough situation.
Oh, actually, I
You
have
have a bunch of booze.
I have a bunch of what?
You have a bunch of mead,
Booze.
alcohol, booze, liquor.
Alcohol.
I do, but you have any idea how hard it is? I have to lie and say it's honey just to ship it.
Do you really?
To
Yeah,
be
I
honest,
do.
even if he sent it to me, I'm not much of a drinker, so I probably wouldn't.
I mean, like I owe Ren right now like 3 bottles, and I meant to ship them,
Aw.
but like FedEx is stonewalling.
Nah, Sinatra, I'll send you some ammo. How about that?
Mm.
Yeah, it's probably easier to ship bullets than beer.
Dude, somebody shipped me incendiary ammo and tannerite in the same package.
Hell yeah! Fucking
Actually,
right.
Sinatra, I got something that's gonna be showing. I haven't sent it yet, but however long it takes to go, it'll be showing up in your PO box.
Do your kids like that
It's
blanket?
very, very much worse than a glitter bomb. I'll
I
tell you that.
I got something in my PO box. I went and checked it today, and I had a
It's a
few
Tenga egg.
packages.
He's trying to tell you to go fuck yourself.
I had
No. I'm sending him something worse than a glitter bomb.
I had a few packages in there, but one of them's it's really making me nervous because it's a flat rate box, but it's just heavy as fuck.
Oh, open it
And
outside.
it sounds loose, and I don't like loose sounding boxes.
But no,
Open it
man.
outside.
Sinatra, whatever you need for your kids, just put it on the list.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
you wanted to help me
Yeah,
get my
hey
son
guys,
doctor.
check
I
out
wanna help.
Sinatra's list if you feel like.
Yeah, no, sorry. Opal.
Oh, by the way, those of you.
awkward. Opal, your shit got bumped, but I told you from the start.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Your shit would get bumped if another thing came up. And
No, it's okay.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
Opal, if you need help with your kid, man, set up an Amazon wish list and we'll get that together.
Yeah, you know what?
Isn't-
Just ship me the lists, and here's the deal. Don't be upset if it's secondhand. It's still
Oh, I
free.
love
Shut
secondhand.
up and take it. Because I would love to get rid of so much.
I'll take all the secondhand.
Dude, secondhand, you know,
I don't want another kid.
What's
My,
wrong with secondhand?
No, I did.
love
Like,
secondhand.
no, there
honestly,
ain't nothing wrong with secondhand.
Yeah,
That's the
Did somebody
honestly-
bitch about getting secondhand shit?
I
Fuck
honestly
them.
do want another
I
kid,
know.
but like we have
Hey.
so much stuff.
you already have 3. You
My-
don't need more.
My
I
son
want,
is really
I
tiny.
want a girl, dude. I just want one little girl. Just one. Just one little girl.
Opal,
man. I
you
don't
know-
have kids, and I'd love
That's
to
what
have them.
as a man, that's what keeps you young. That's what makes everything work out. That one
What,
little girl
kids?
with unconditional love.
Kids
for you
don't fix
as
your
you-
No,
problem.
I think you misspelled strange.
No, we've got people in the chat right now. Fright Power Ranger says,
Damn.
Opal, by the way, is still setting up the $5,000. $5,000. She doesn't need that much, cunt.
Jesus Christ,
I'll let
man.
everyone
Yeah.
know when it's
Yeah,
live.
like, I'm not even gonna get that much, but
And
And
I
then,
just gotta tell you, I tried doing a
If you're gonna-
like a $50 fundraiser for
Opal.
Opal, and I got $15. So just saying.
yeah,
Opal,
you're not gonna
Opal,
get a
if you
lot.
get $5,000, will you split it with me? Because I got 3 kids to buy shit for.
But we've got the bitching witch also saying
She's gonna send me some.
she has so many
hand-me-down
toys that
clothes,
need to go.
Because my son's really tiny. Like kids younger than him, they give us like the
And yeah,
parents
no,
of kids
my
younger than
kid
him
is
give
bigger
me
than
their
yours,
clothes.
and
That's how
she's
tiny
a
he is.
girl, and
Yeah, there you go, Skyo.
Dude, it's the season of giving. Kids, especially, you know, fucking.
no,
Whatever.
and Psycho 216 in the chat. He does have a good point, and people have brought it up, and
I missed that one. What was
I
it?
don't like bringing it up, but I need $5,000 because I'm irresponsible. Someone donate to me. Yes, Opal, you are irresponsible, and that's why you're in this situation. At least from the information I have.
What's your situation, Opal?
But the kid's not in the situation because he was irresponsible.
I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to get a car. But yeah, my kid's disabled too, so like he has to go.
And yeah, you do have to remember that's a huge fucking setback.
Where's
I
Dad?
can't exactly
Having
get a
kid
job.
is a
Where's
setback.
Dad?
In the first place, he comes out disabled. There's what
I'm sorry, Schmeckle.
cost.
How?
Be quiet. Where's Dad?
Oh, he left when the baby had a brain hemorrhage.
Where's
Or
Dad?
shortly after.
Like, where did he go?
Oh, he left when the kids started having issues. Really?
All right, so what we need is we need a.
Don't y'all have deadbeat dad laws?
You know what? You're in Texas, so what we need is we need a hunt down deadbeat dad fund. Number 1, re-educate deadbeat dad fund. You're in Texas, be a man. I'm sorry. It should be like you're born Texan. What the fuck? How do you not know how to be a man?
I don't know. Like he,
Fucking A, man. Goddamn.
I don't understand that. I was born
I'm
Texas.
sorry, I
It's
don't think
ingrained
Texan-
in me.
Being born Texan means what it used to mean.
Yeah.
He
he
a bunch
left,
of
It
Californians
used to be a
fucking
more hardcore part of the states to live, and you were a little tougher for living there.
All the
Let me tell you
liberals-
what, in Virginia, we
Anybody
find
with
out there's
money
a.
in California moved to Texas, and now we got a bunch of fucking liberals, and yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so,
he
my bad.
Man, let me tell you what, in Virginia, deadbeat dad, we fucking give him some Southern justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Georgia is where I am now, and
I
they
see,
will hunt you down.
I understand the whole anger against the dad and all that, because obviously the dad is a shitty dad.
Well, I mean, he poked a hole in the condom because he wanted a baby, and then he left after the baby had a brain hemorrhage.
Right. I forgot that aspect. That makes it.
All right, you know
worse.
what? Let's find this guy.
Can't you go through the courts?
But no,
Yeah,
that's
I was
the
about
thing.
to say.
Why the fuck haven't you gone through all the legal systems that would force him to give you money?
Yeah, child support,
I
that's
don't
a
know
big
where
deal.
he is.
I'll teach you
You
how to
don't
cook.
fucking need to know where he is. You fucking file the papers and
Opal, I will teach you how to cook.
Opal, that doesn't matter. You file with the
They
court.
will find him.
Yeah, they'll find him. They'll get him at his job and deduct wages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will. What's it called? Garnish his wages.
Yeah, they'll garnish his wages to pay for that child support.
Yeah, he was supposed to come see the baby last week, but he never showed up.
No, but look at it this way, Opal. If he doesn't pay for long enough, and I'm assuming your kid's almost 2, I'm assuming it's fucking long enough at this point. They'll put a warrant out for his arrest.
Yeah,
They'll have to either give you money, or actually, I think at this point, probably he'll have to give you money, and he'll face legal repercussions.
If he has a job,
no. If she just goes and files for child support, they won't like give him any legal anything because he's not like already supposed to be paying it.
No, they'll basically go set him up.
She hasn't filed it from the start, so he's not.
Yeah, but Opal, you hear this thing we're talking about, that the child support thing? All it is to you is a check that shows up every month.
Yeah,
so you should do
a nice sized check.
And I happen to know, because I grew up in Texas, Texas will pay child support for you, and then they will go after him.
Yeah, and they garnish his wages.
They will pay it up to, like, I think 3 months in advance until they can no longer garnish it, and then they'll say, "I'm sorry, we paid an extra 3 months. We're trying to catch him."
I don't even know if he has a job though.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's a fucking job. What Dolphin is saying is the state will give you.
They will go find him and they'll say, "Hey, you need to get a job."
Some amount.
Now, here's the thing. On his end, what they'll do is they'll show up and they'll be like, "Hey, you have a kid. We're about to like demand this amount of money out of you, so we're gonna help you find a job." And they actually do work with the fathers if they're willing to do it. It's really beneficial for them, especially if they're, from what I hear so far, fucking losers. Then yeah, they'll help them not be fucking losers and try to move up to like semi-useful to society. And at that point, they can pay child support.
You can't just evade child support. That it doesn't work like that anymore.
And by the way, definitely find a father figure for your son. Number 2. No. Hold on. No, let me clarify.
Please do. He's not that smart.
This does not need to be a romantic.
What? No. Like I have my grandfather.
Not at all. Yeah,
my
absolutely.
uncle.
Your grandfather is not a fucking
bullshit. A grandfather is an
my
excellent
uncles.
paternal figure.
Opal's grandfather is not.
I don't know him personally. I'm just saying.
I'm just assuming based on the fact that both of her parents are apparently shitty.
No,
if you raise a piece of shit, you're probably not the person I want being a father figure to my kids. If I was.
What I'm saying is, your child needs a full family system. It needs male role models. It needs female role models. If the father wants to like be part of the world of your child, then he needs to come back. And if not, then he needs to send a check every week. And the less he's involved, the bigger the check needs to be.
Yeah, no. Right now, Opal, this guy fucking apparently poked holes in the condom and then left you. I'd be gouging him for fucking everything. Everything I was able to take from him, at least. Yeah, like everything, every cent, every penny. No, why wouldn't you?
I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate here at this point, though, and be like, Opal, I hate to say it, but hey, yours is half of a story.
Yeah, you're half of the story.
And I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and hold judgment on the overall.
I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, I give I'm gonna give Opal and him the benefit. And
Yeah,
just be like,
I'm not giving that motherfucker the benefit of the doubt.
If we accept what Opal said as true, then yeah, if he actually fucking found out, yeah, my kid's fucked up, and then took off, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like, right off the bat, no, he's got issues. It's your issue. You deal with him. Sorry about poking holes in the condom. I'm out.
See
Yeah,
that
piece
part?
of shit.
That part.
Not a
raises
good guy.
questions with me though. Why would you go? Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
He
sorry.
was from.
That's what I'm
That-
saying. If we
It's a
take
strange
what Opal
claim.
said as
It just
true.
it throws me for a loop, and it casts doubt. And I love you, Opal. You know I love you.
Yeah,
But
and
it
he.
casts doubt upon you when you tell me that he poked holes in the
Yeah,
condom,
no, like
and
he
like he
yelling at
wanted
me
a child,
that he
and
did
then the
it.
child. I'm sorry. It just there's that notion of doubt in my head when you say
Yeah,
that.
no, like he told me
It makes me
drunk that he did it
distrust
'cause he
you,
wanted
though.
a baby. So I don't have any. Solid
No, and
evidence.
Annie.
By
You
the
don't
way,
need to poke holes in
No
the
one
condom.
poked holes in the
Ladies,
condom.
ladies,
All you
to
gotta
all
do-
the look,
And I tend to agree with that. I don't think people actually. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but I also think it would be fairly obvious.
Yeah, all you got to do as a guy is turn them around doggy style and just take it off when they're not looking.
all right, ladies.
Easy.
I have 3 sons, and for my life, I've always wanted a daughter. And if nothing else, I would love to be able to use this to give advice to the daughters I never had. So, if a guy wants a baby, tell him, "Give me a ring, and then we'll have a baby. After the ring,
Okay,
then we
Beyonce.
have the baby." Boom. That's my answer. And I'm sorry if you think it's old fashioned. Look, it's what you call making it legal. Just my
I also the whole thing. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe you, Opal. What I'm saying is I think maybe you're maybe assuming some things happened that you might not have proof behind. Like the holes in the condom thing.
Yeah, because he just told me when he was drunk. He could have just been lying to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I have a feeling he was probably lying because if there were holes in the condom, there would have been cum in your cunt, and I don't know if you know, but that stuff drips back out like
it makes babies, and like you notice it's there. My wife regularly deals with it because, to be honest, we are trying for a little girl.
Yeah, until we had a kid, me and the miss,
It comes back out.
obviously, I ended up with a kid. I'd come in her, and one thing you'd always notice is the fucking cum dripping out of her cum.
Yeah, it's like it comes right back out. Half of it's just like
Gravity is a thing, Opal.
What?
I'm pretty sure he was bullshitting you, but
I'm just saying.
The
If
fucking
I'm,
Satanist, so
to all the
maybe
women
he
out
was
there,
just a
to
poor
all
choice,
the,
Opal.
to all the young women out there who want the advice of a person who would love to be a father to a little girl, do not ever accept a man's semen until he gives you a ring, and then it's all good. Do it all.
Staggerson Jags is calling us a kangaroo court. Nobody is on trial here, Stags.
I don't know. I'm just giving advice. I don't know why you think it's.
Look, it's already done. It's happened. She's had the baby.
Yeah, I mean, at
Let's
this point,
move
she's got the
forward.
fucking kid. It happened one way or another, regardless of whether or not he poked fucking holes in the condom. He's been a shitty fucking baby daddy.
Yeah,
What we
yeah.
need to do.
I do still kind of agree with Psycho's. He made some bad
Call
choices.
him in. Yeah, you know what? Call him in. Call him in.
But
Bring
who
him
the
in.
fuck hasn't made bad choices? Goddamn.
We've all made bad choices. We didn't all make those kinds of bad choices.
You know what's funny is, if he steps up, the state will help him.
Moving forward, though, I would definitely file them papers and they'll track him down, and you'll
Yeah,
get
but
some kind of money.
on top of that, let him know, Opal, let him know that if he like drops down on one knee before the state and says, "I love you, state. Do what you will with me, and I want to make my world a better place." The state will help him. They'll help him pay all this. They really will. I know Texas. I grew up in Texas. They give my father pass after pass.
Wait, repeat that.
I'm not gonna.
They gave his dad. They kept giving his dad
Hey,
passes.
you know what? You can drop it too, Robert.
I'm just clarifying what you said. Shutting up now.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you said. I won't repeat it, and there's no point for me not to repeat it because anybody is free to scroll back. And
Not fun to like. I just realized what I want. Yeah. Irish. Speaking of dead, I'm sorry.
no, right.
Yeah, my bad.
I forget about that.
Like I forget what I said as soon as I said it.
You said a terrible thing about your dead father. If
My
there
bad.
is a hell, he is cursing you from it.
By the way,
Or-
if you don't see it in the park range, this is the reason why all my superstition fucks with me. Right there, you see that?
Jeez, you're drunk enough. You're not saying words no more, cunt.
That's
You're
right
just saying
there.
a slur of syllables. Oh my fucking god! We did the fucking.
You didn't know. You didn't know. No.
Jesus.
Oh.
All right. So I'm thinking we know that it's down to 2 spots for who gets the lead.
You just drink yourself out of a job, buddy.
Yeah, that's the benefit of bottle of mead.
Yeah, that sucks, Dolphin. You were in second place. You were in second place, and now you're down to third. Third out of 3.
Good deal.
That's the worst you can be out of 3.
Who's the B? No, I don't want to be the B.
Oh, you know you're the B right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
No one wants to
Robert.
be the
Wolf got us so faint tonight. Wolfie is
Honestly,
definitely in the lead.
Robert, you're in second place. I'm back with Schmeckle with this. You know. By the way, speaking of which, let's bring up what I wanted to talk about tonight. Sinatra, how do you feel about people leaving Twitter and then coming back to Twitter because they got kicked off of Twitter one time and came back with a different name?
I definitely don't care.
I have a better topic, if I may.
Like Bering did that.
Sinatra, Liz is
Demotivator
back.
did that.
Yeah,
What do you mean she's
Bering
Bering?
is the like. I would love to see what happens with Bering on this whole issue.
What do you mean Liz is back?
No, Liz is back.
What do you mean? Like, was she gone?
She claimed to be gone. And now she's officially back again.
Okay.
Doing what?
I assume the same shit as before.
So
But,
nothing.
Nothing.
I feel like this time it's going to be different.
Is it?
Liz is going to come back. She's going to have intellectual content. She's going to... I'm hoping the time away was to get some surgery on the throat.
Who the
So now
fuck
she sounds
is
like a
Liz?
human being.
She's having some debate streams.
Yeah, she's going to be properly debating, as we are all required to do.
Did you
She'll be
see?
debating? There won't be any. No more quiplash. No more quiplash. From now on, she's the new roaming millennial. She got facial surgery and everything. She's a beautiful lady now.
Did you see
Is she
that?
that lady who's got the surgeries to look like Angelina Jolie?
Did you see Tonka had
That's where Liz was.
had Ichabod on his on the Kumite?
No, I didn't see it, but I did hear Zeph was bitching about it.
Yeah, Zeph changed because in Zeph's Discord server, because having a Discord server makes you good at life. But
Yeah, it's free for everybody.
in Zeph's Discord server, he changed the role to Judas Wormtongue because he talked to Tonka.
Oh, see, no, he switched it to something else. Tonka had it up. Coward Coon.
Oh, it's a cowardly coon. I see it now.
Or yeah, cowardly.
Again, it's like no
That's
courage,
fucked up.
no balls.
Fuck
Because he
that
talked to
goddamn
Tonka.
alien piece of shit. Fuck him right in the ass.
No, and see, that's the thing. Like, there are very few people I've met online in general that I actually dislike beyond, like pedophiles and shit. Zeph's up there with Angry MGTOW. He's not a good guy. He's bad people. He's one of the few people that I'm not here to tell you what to do, but a nice little bit of healthy advice. Stay away from Zeph.
And Liz and Zeph
Noted.
just try to jump on Kraut's dick like, bitch, no.
No, I don't like Kraut all that much, but I do think Kraut is smart enough that he realizes these people are just trying to hop on his dick.
I mean, you'd have to.
No, yeah, neither of them have ever been anything less than blatant about it.
Kraut's followed me since I was at like, I think 10,000 subs. You know how many times I've talked to him?
Not a clue.
Twice. and so like, and I know she's talked to him less than that.
Oh no, she's probably talked to him more than that.
He responds.
She just probably didn't get a response.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Like,
Oh,
Baring was one of the first people to ever find my channel. I'm looking at my subscriber list now. I started YouTube last September, and he's been subscribed to me for a year. You know how many times I've threatened to use Baring as a weapon against somebody? None.
Not once. Bearing and Tits, a lot of the big names were some of the early ones that subscribed to me, followed me. A lot of them I speak to on a regular basis. You know how many times I've said, I'm gonna get Bearing to fuck you up. Not
Never.
Why do that? I don't understand that whole.
once. And that's the thing. Sinatra and I have contact with big names. So does Liz. Liz has probably the exact same contacts we have. But no, you got to worry because Zeph's coming for you.
Well,
I fucking challenged Zeph. I'm like, Zeph, dox me. Do it. Because he was like, you're a fake cop, you're a fake this, you're a fake that. And I'm like, motherfucker, prove it.
Zeph, one of these days, Zeph is going to piss me off enough that I'm going to send him a picture of my dick with my first, last, and middle name written on it. Then I'm going to flip it around to the other side with my address because it's not long enough for my full name plus my address, huh? On the other side, I'll have my address. And I'm going to send this to him and see if he releases
just to save space and like font size, why don't you think about doing the name and like the street name of the address on the one side and then the like city, state, and on the other? I'm just saying.
I could probably figure that.
I mean, like, it probably balance it out, keep the font the right size throughout, consistent around. I'm just looking at standards here, buddy.
Like when all of that,
we do got to be even on both sides.
When all of that drama happened and I fucked up Atlas and the Kumite.
Fuck Atlas.
After the stream,
you did not fuck up Atlas any more than Atlas fucks up Atlas.
Right after the stream, he was like, we actually like do have your docs though. So like everything, everything they argued was like, oh, so you just fucking lying then. Like, and he sent it to me too. Ask Cognitive Thought. He was there. Like they had my address, my phone number, everything.
Oh my god!
Wait, so he was saying he didn't have your docs on the stream?
I don't think they did.
Actually, did have your docs.
Yeah, like they had my actual docs.
What the fuck, dude?
You should have gone right back live on the air. Goes, this motherfucker just told me he does have my docs.
No, he's got your details. You could have, Sinatra, ruined him right there. You could have left that stream, made a video saying, hey, these cunts just told me they've got my details. By the way, I have 2 kids.
Yeah, that's fucking libel right there,
Sinatra,
man.
And why is that?
Because I don't give a fuck that much.
Does it have to do with like the little column of bones that's supposed to go up your back?
I think that might have something to do with it.
You could have ruined them right then and there. you didn't because you know,
They're doing a good job of
for everyone that's not Liz and Zeph, or I guess Sevi. None of this drama was a big deal.
Like, I made one video about it, and all I did was dog the fuck out of Zeph for like 5 minutes.
I didn't even make a video about it. I had one written. I had one recorded. But then fucking Dark Art died. And I decided, all right, I'm going to be a nice guy. I'm not going to rip them up a couple days after the fucking friend died.
Yeah, I was tagged in that thing, and I don't even know who that is.
You neither do I.
No, Dark Art was a decent guy. I only spoke with him a couple times. He's an alright guy.
I guess I got tagged in it because he was subbed to me or something, so, right.
He's not the type of guy that I'm going to cry over. Because, I mean, I met him, like, maybe once or twice. But, their friend died. I'm not going to... I'm nice enough that the day after your friend dies, I'm not going to put out a video saying, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, better to be decent.
But now, I guess, I don't know. Is it starting again? I feel like they're trying to make it start again because they're desperate for any sort of relevancy. What I don't understand, though, is why does Zeph... Like, Liz, all Liz wants to do is hop on the dick of anyone who's famous. And as soon as Mundane Matt and... as soon as Mundane Matt and Andy Worski were like, fuck that bitch, she's like, I'm quitting YouTube for a little bit. Like, does she not realize that every action Zeph makes her look bad?
Zeph doesn't even need to make fucking actions to make her look bad. You can just look at past Zeph, and then the fact that after all of that, it turns out she's fucking him.
AP put it perfectly. Like, I might not be able to hurt Zeph, but guess what? Anytime Zeph pisses me off, I'll punch Liz right in the face.
Yep.
But no, AP's wrong. I'm not going to attack fucking Liz to get at Zeph. I'm going to attack Liz to get at Liz. If I'm going to go after Zeph, I'm going to go after Zeph. I may go after the fact that he's in a relationship with someone like Liz. But it's going to be going after... I'm going to be punching Zeph in the face, not Liz. You know? In that scenario. I'm not advocating for...
Yeah, but all he's going to call you is a contrarian or you're fucking retarded or whatever.
I am a fucking contrarian when it comes to most of the shit that Zeph says. But it's okay to be contrary to bullshit.
Like, I think Tonka, like, he said it perfectly, and I agree with him 100%. Zeph better hope that I don't recognize his voice in real life.
Yep.
Because I don't know what kind of people Zeph's used to hanging around with. I don't know what kind of people like they know in real life or whatever. But I don't talk shit on the internet if I'm not willing to like back it up.
Fucking A.
Like I'll pull your fucking car, dude. I don't care. Fuck you.
If it came to, you know, I meet Zeph in real life and he wants to fight. Sure. But I mean, we come to face and there's no fucking idea of a fight. He's got no threat from me.
Oh, I see. I'm the exact opposite.
I'll definitely call him
I'm
out.
gonna curb, dude. Yeah. If I ever hear that motherfucker in real life, I would curb stomp that fucking faggot like he fucking deserves it.
He hasn't done anything, in my opinion, that deserves being hit.
I'm not afraid to throw the first
punch. He said some mean things.
It's like a challenge.
Well, I'm not passive aggressive. I'm just aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I can certainly be aggressive, but you know, not
have a reason.
physically when there's no reason to be physically aggressive.
Yeah, he mentioned my kids. and
I'm
that's enough
thinking
for
if
me.
I came face to face with Zeph, this would be what I'd have to do, and he'd just kind of do one of those running at the fucking hand things.
He mentioned my children, so that's enough.
Oh no! Yeah, you can hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hit him.
Is this the Nazi level with us? Like they
What?
threaten our kids, we can punch them. Oh wait, yeah, that's
If
the
they actually fucking
Never
threaten the kids, yeah.
No, I don't care
Why
if he
did I
threatened
even
them or not.
ask?
He mentioned them, and that's enough.
Fucking A.
No. If he just mentioned that's not enough.
Yeah, what he did was
No,
the context was like you make anti-SJW content and use your name. That's putting your family in danger. Yeah, I'll beat you to death with a
No,
baseball
yeah,
bat.
that's something that can be reasonably interpreted as a threat. It clearly wasn't, and I still think you'd be dumb for thinking it is, but
Oh no,
I don't know.
that's
I
you
enough.
can work it legally.
I'm not saying I'm gonna go seek him out, but
Yeah, I ain't gonna seek him
If
out.
you ever happen to hear his voice in the vicinity of your children,
and I swing a back fist around that knocks his head off, I can't be held responsible for the fact
Yeah,
that he's standing
you know
in the
what?
path
Like,
of my harem.
if you need somewhere to like bury a deer that you feel really bad about running over on the side of the road, let me know.
All right.
Nancy, that's one of the things.
You're roboting.
Schmeckle, F5, man.
I'll be right back.
I think we're all roboting right now.
I'm not roboting, I don't think.
No,
I ain't
you're good.
roboting.
Boom. What's up now?
Psycho in the chat says, "No more think of this children. Fuck your kids." If you don't like the things you're hearing right now, you can go to another channel.
Yes.
Fucking
I
A.
second that.
Kids are fucking different, man.
You are responsible for your own actions. Act like
Michael, would you please
How am I not
enlighten
acting
the
like-
He
audience?
just said, Sinatra, fuck your kids. They aren't important to anyone but you. No. Fuck that.
Who said that?
No. Like, I'm sorry. Sinatra's
Okay,
kids
Psycho,
are important to me
fuck your
because
kids.
I have
Sinatra,
kids,
they aren't
and I know
important
my
to
kids
anyone.
are important to him.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I'm sorry. To most
I care
people,
about other people's kids. I remember when I used to try to be edgy in the chat too.
Yes, Sinatra's kids.
When I had
Sinatra's kids do not mean nearly as much to any of the rest of us as they do to our own kids.
I'll be
those
honest.
of us that have them.
Sinatra's
But,
and
you know that
Schmeckel's
whole
kids
song, Psycho?
don't mean a whole lot to me.
Shut the fuck up, Dolphin. You know
damn
that
it.
song, Psycho? I believe the children are the future. Well, you know, it's a cheesy fucking song, but it's the facts. The children are the future. They are the people that are gonna survive beyond us. And I mean, you gotta not make them fucked up. You gotta try to give them a good life so that they turn into good people and do good things.
Yeah,
you gotta try to give them an educated life so that they turn into smart
if
people. and do smart
if
things.
anybody else's kids were being talked about in the same way, I'd be like, yeah, fuck that shit.
I'm not being
damn it.
edgy. I'm being consistent. Try it out, Sinatra.
Let Psycho someone send Psycho the link and let's see.
Yeah, send Psycho the goddamn link.
Hey, Psycho,
I
how many
have 3
kids do you have?
co-hosts here, and one of them is gonna do it. You know, Schmeckle don't do shit.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
How many kids do you have, Psycho? How many? Tell me.
I actually don't know how to get to him on Twitter either, so somebody else
What a
has
little
to.
douchebag. Like, I bet you he's like, he has no kids. He's just talking shit out of his ass.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about Sinatra's kids on a personal level.
I do.
I've never met Sinatra's kids. I don't know their names. I know
What a
their
little bitch.
gender
He
and age.
hates kids. Yeah, you know what? There's nothing you will ever build. There's nothing you will ever write. There's nothing you will ever do that will actually sustain the wrath of time.
I don't know
Except a
this.
kid,
I don't
you
know this
fucking
bitch is
loser.
fucking. I don't know
So
this.
build what you will be forgotten.
And no, you're getting too angry, Dolphin.
Yeah, no, well,
No, I can see hating kids.
Psycho, we can Kumite if you want. I doubt you will, though.
No, we'll Kumite right the fuck now.
No. It'll be me and him.
I'll get Tonka in here.
No. Tonka's fucking Kumite is. It's the wrestling of this shit. It is the wrestling.
It's the pro wrestling.
It is the WWF, the WWE, whichever is the current one.
Okay, so you have no interest in coming in. Yeah, it's all right. So sit the fuck down, Psycho.
Yeah, of course he's got no interest in coming in. He just wants to speak
fucking
from the chat.
wrong. You're a fucking what the fuck? You don't talk shit about someone's kids. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't have kids.
No. To be fair, I don't think he was talking shit about Sinatra's kids. He was saying he doesn't give a shit about your kids. Isn't not my fucking issue. I don't think he was
doesn't like the conversation.
Trying to say shit about.
If he doesn't like the conversation, he can fucking leave.
Yeah.
And I love saying that, but the fact is, he's gonna stick around and he's gonna watch, and he doesn't need to enjoy it. But I'm not gonna tell him to leave.
If he wants to sit there and complain but won't leave, he doesn't get to complain.
Yeah, Psycho.
No, I get
from this point on. Here. From this point on, Psycho. $5 donation per complaint to the Streamlabs, or else I'm gonna let the wrenches deal with you.
You know what I do when
and I get a wrench, bitch.
You know what I do when I'm watching a stream and I don't have any interest in what they're saying? I go watch something else.
See,
I don't sit there in the chat and cry like a little bitch because they're not talking about what I want them to talk about.
I usually continue to watch.
I would love to know how it works.
Usually not a sleep woman.
Yeah, Psycho.
Psycho.
Sit down.
Psycho's
sit right down on my fucking dick, bitch.
He's just trying to rile fucking people up.
No. Wait. Psycho says, Robert, send him the link on Discord.
Yeah, Robert, send him the fucking link.
Do that?
Yeah,
I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Dolphin's in charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a smoke before I am.
I like Psycho though. He just tries to get under people's skin like fucking any good troll. But he's just wrong subject to do it on.
Yeah, like here's the thing: if you don't have kids, don't talk about kids. You don't know about kids.
Kids are fucking. You know what? And you know what's funny about all this? I don't like kids. I fucking hate kids. But guess what? I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about Sinatra's kids or Opal's kids or Dolphin's kids because that's disrespectful.
Yeah, and let me point this out. There's like I have a degree in architecture. I love the pyramids that they're going to last for 4,000 years. But after that, they're going to be gone. You know, everything that you could ever build, everything you could ever write, everything you could ever do is irrelevant. Because eventually it'll be gone. Your kids, they can reproduce themselves, which makes them the key to eternity. So, just something to keep in mind before you talk about how shitty kids are.
All right, sir. I didn't make it far enough.
Sound of a mic dropping in case you didn't know.
Take a smoke.
Yeah.
Wolf, he said you wouldn't talk about somebody's kids because it's disrespectful, right?
Yeah, and I don't like kids.
Personally, I see it differently. I wouldn't talk about them because they're not the issue. If I've got an issue with their parents, the kids have nothing to do with that. As far as he's just saying he doesn't give a fuck about the kids. That's, I don't give a fuck about any of your grandparents. I don't give a fuck about Sinatra. I don't give a fuck about your ex-wife. Rob, I don't give a fuck about your girlfriend.
Fuck you, she's awesome.
I'm sure she's a great lady, but I don't give a fuck about her.
Does she give good head?
Okay, and now I give a little bit of a fuck about her. Oh, well,
Answer the question.
Yeah, maybe.
Answer the question.
Do I have to send you titty pics too? Everybody said schmeckle their titty pics.
But no, honestly, it's disrespectful. It's a bad argument for basically anything. Out of all of you, I mean, I like all of you, and I have a certain amount of respect that comes from decent interactions and shit like that, right? The only person out of the four of you here that I have a reason to actually respect. Or actually, I guess there's two of you. Wolfie for the whole ex-cop thing, and Sinatra for his fucking kids and shit.
Oh, what? Psycho's not here? Go figure.
I sent him.
No, Psycho. If you join and you
realize Robert has a busted eye.
Maybe you'll have a reason
to any love
to respect you too. But no,
I ain't gonna yell at nobody. We can have a decent conversation like normal adults.
Yeah, and I'd like to push home, Psycho, in case you're worried about me losing my temper. I'm not in charge tonight. Everyone here except Sinatra and me is in charge.
Well,
At the end of the night, we'll figure out which one's actually in charge.
Magog is in the chat.
Now my personal vote.
One of you,
I'd like to throw it out there.
Magog,
one of the three of you were to land Magog as a guest. That would probably.
All right, here we go. So how is anything of what I said? How is anything of what I said a think of the children argument?
I don't know how any of it is.
No, Psycho's here.
No, Psycho's here.
Yeah, Psycho, go ahead.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, bring it.
Come on.
I don't know if his mic's working.
On. Jesus Christ.
Okay, he's here.
You know what? Invite him into the chat.
Hold on. Hold on.
No, let him give an answer.
Anybody's kids. I don't give a fuck. You do
okay,
you.
So that's not what I asked you, is it? No. So why don't you answer the question?
Why don't you ask your question? Because it takes a second to fucking load in this.
It might have been before he actually loaded in Sinatra.
Well, how is that a think of the children argument?
Because it's your fucking kids. Why do I care about them?
I didn't say you had to care about them. I said something that happened.
Oh no, children. Think of them.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, it wasn't at all that. I brought up the fact that we're doing
why you're pissed off at Zeph, and you were willing to give yourself arrested for hitting him. You are willing.
Yeah. I said I'll do it because he talked about him. What does that have to do with
Eric Way?
What
the guy is not worth your time, and you're saying, I'll hit him in real life. I'm willing to risk going jail. Yeah, great idea. Great way to fucking feed into Zeph.
Oh fuck, I've been to jail.
That's not what I asked you. All right.
I think most of us.
I was waiting for the answer to the question. Can you answer the question
about your kids?
I didn't say everyone.
That's not what you said.
I didn't say everyone else should care about my kids. I said he said these things, and it pissed me off. That's not saying my children are in danger.
He's not asking you to hit his kids, to hit Zeph if he's near his kids. He's saying
it's the principle behind if you don't like somebody, why give them your time? Why risk going
Why are you worried about what I'm doing?
Why are you here? Why are you here?
Hold the fuck on.
Stay muted. Let him talk.
It's called consistency. If you're worried about somebody, protect them. That's fine. If you don't like somebody, don't do stupid things to make them even more relevant.
Okay, so it's not a think of the children argument. You're just fucking spurging out in the chat.
Why are you pissed off at Zeph?
It's because I don't like the fact that he's talking about my children. I didn't say you had to like it.
The children.
It's not a think of the children argument because I'm not sitting here saying this affects my children's life in a negative way. I'm saying I don't like it.
It's not
it
a
affects
think of
your
the
life
children
in a
argument.
negative
It's an
way.
Hold on.
You're trying to protect your
argument.
children from an online fucking idiot. Are you even
That's
following?
not a protect the children argument.
No, think of the children means other people. Think of the fucking harm to the fucking children. What he's saying is if somebody comes near my fucking kids and he said shit like this, I'ma hit him. Very simple, very different. Not at all what you're trying to fucking argue.
You're just trying to be a little edge boy in the chat. That's fine.
Oh yeah, it's all about edge. It's all about
no.
Could I say something? Could I interject?
How long have you been
trying to be a fucking edge boy? He's just dumb.
Somebody
He's just
on the
wrong.
internet.
In this
Could I
situation,
interject,
he
please?
has proven himself a dumb motherfucker.
With being in the chat, talking to the chat people. You don't like my opinion, and you spurred out.
You're the one who was talking in the chat about the stream that you're watching. If you don't like the things that we're talking about, there's a little X in the corner, and you can move the fuck on to another stream.
That's a dumb argument, Sinatra.
You heard of this thing called
Could I interject, please?
Yes, endorse.
Okay. Psycho. Technically, what Zeph said to Sinatra is considered libel.
No.
I don't give a fuck about what Zeph does. He's that irrelevant to me.
I know, but he is irrelevant. He's not irrelevant to what he said about Sinatra's children.
What exactly did he say? How is it like?
Faggot and move on. Say, Zeph, at least I got kids. It's not like anybody will fuck you.
No, wait. What exactly?
Still haven't answered. No, wait. You still haven't answered my question here.
I don't understand how it's live.
Children, because your whole argument is, oh, he said something mean, which is trying to get everybody else in the stream to take your side.
No, I'm just explaining what he said. They can take whatever side they want.
Every time you bring up your own side, it doesn't mean you're trying to turn other people to it. Sometimes you're just fucking explaining your side, your thoughts, your opinions.
Right.
You can't stick those without trying to bring other people into it. You get that, right, Psycho?
Thing about how, Zeph and Liz are terrible people, which, yeah, I would probably agree with you. Oh,
objectively true.
All right, so it's not a think of the children argument. You're just wrong.
So
Sinatra is thinking of his
children.
But I'm not sitting here saying that there is an impending threat on my children. I'm saying I didn't like that he said that. And if I ever saw him in real life,
faggot and move on.
That's essentially what he did.
What you're saying is that you're a huge Zep fan and you don't like the fact that Sinatra.
No. That's unfair. Michael doesn't like Zep.
Why is it so hard to just let me and him talk?
Because everybody likes being in the peanut gallery.
You literally came from the peanut gallery, so sit the fuck down.
Way before you even knew the stream existed. She shut the fuck up and talking about I'm fucking better than you.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, Sinatra. Let's start. I gotta call you out on this, man. You've got a little bit of you're better than us attitude here going on.
I'm Sinatra. I have what?
No. Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. You have no children, and you're sitting here telling people with children what they should think about children. You fucking idiot.
And yet you have children.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Who don't have children, how they should think about children.
No, no. You don't even understand the first thing about being a real man.
So,
no, Psycho, here's
I'll
the
go
thing.
into the muting shit with you.
Here's the thing. I'm a host of this.
I don't give a fuck. You don't have
if
the
you
right.
want to play this game, we get. Hey, dude, Schmeckle, you want to boot this?
Hey, Schmeckle, you want to boot him?
I'm not gonna boot Dolphin. I'm not gonna boot Psycho. I am gonna.
How about you boot the next person?
I will boot the next person to mute somebody.
Fair enough to me. I can talk without muting.
Let's actually discuss this rather than.
You're talking.
You have no children, and yet you want to tell people with children how to look at children. How the fuck do you know what the hell
Dolphin,
you're talking
you
about?
need to shut the fuck up.
The mistake you're making, Dolphin, is thinking that because you're a parent, that means that you're an authority on children. There's still the large portion of the world that aren't parents. They still get to
And
have.
they have
Let them
like
hash it out, Dolphin.
50% of the understanding of a parent.
Dolphin, let them hash it out.
Dolphin, just because I'm not a black person, does that mean I have no opinion on black
I'm not.
culture?
Oh, what the hell do you? What the hell are you talking about, black
It's
people?
called
Why
an
is that
analogy.
relevant? Why
You know
is
what
it?
those
Why
are?
is black person
When you
relevant?
compare one
Why
Let
is that
Psycho
relevant?
and Sinatra hash
Why
it
is that
out.
relevant? Do you think
Dolphin.
black people all
Dolphin.
think certain ways?
Dolphin, shut the fuck up. Let them hash it out. Mute yourself and be done.
Well, if he mutes himself, then he has to get kicked. So just be quiet.
No, he's allowed to mute himself. I'm allowing self-muting.
Okay.
Self-mutilation is okay.
Self-muting is
Gunstream
good.
advocates self-mutilation.
Psycho and Sinatra, talk.
So you don't like the fact that I was talking about that, right?
No, it's not that I don't like. I don't find it relevant at all. If you have beef with
It
Zeph,
was relevant to the conversation that we were having, though.
no, it became the conversation.
How so?
Oh my god.
It seemed pretty relevant from the start.
Oh shit! It all started because Schmeckel said that Liz was coming back, so the conversation just morphed.
Zeph is very relevant to the topic of Liz.
Okay, so then why did what he did to your or said about your kids matter about that? It's something that
Because
you could deal
when
with on
Zeph was
screen.
brought up, the shitty thing Zeph did was brought up. It's not hard.
Yeah, Zeph is a terrible retard who needs to shut his ass on the internet. But just because he's done terrible things to people, it does not mean that you should say, well, if I ever see him in real life, I'm going to hit him.
To me, it depends exactly what it was he said.
I guess I just grew up differently. I'm not afraid to talk shit on the internet.
If he goes after your children, I'm totally okay with you defending.
If he goes after my kids, I don't need anybody's help. I have enough 5.56 to handle anything.
Honestly, I just
If he actually goes after your kid, it's not. Not.
If he goes after your kid, I will support that idea of, hey.
Okay, so what's your fucking problem then?
It's over the fucking internet, and you're making threats. How
it's not a threat. Saying he better hope I don't see him isn't a threat.
And how is that not a threat?
Hope
I never.
No, that is a statement of fact.
Well, the statement of fact can still be a threat. If I say I'm gonna kill you, and then tomorrow I do it, it was still a threat when I said it.
It would just be better for him if he never met me in real life.
Well, that probably goes for 99% of the population doesn't want to meet you.
I would love to meet that stupid dipshit Sinatra.
Yeah, I'd meet
Sinatra. And then
I'd meet Psycho too, though.
7.8 billion other people who don't know who he is or care.
He does have a good point.
You basically just have nothing.
The majority of the world has no idea who you are, Sinatra.
Of course, I have nothing. You think anything ever somebody says about you is just trolling. It's not that they have their own entitled opinions, but if I say something about you,
well, you're not saying anything.
This is called the
said
Jeff
anything this entire time.
You don't have any rebuttal, so you're just a troll.
You've not said anything this entire time. I've rebutted your point that I wasn't making. I rebutted your point that I wasn't making. I rebutted your point that I wasn't making a think of the children argument. I wasn't making a threat. I was making a statement.
As a threat?
How? If you think it's such a threat, then wouldn't it be best for me not to meet him in real life? That way I don't go. That way I don't get in trouble.
No, Sinatra. What you said technically does pass as a threat, but I think it's entirely okay if what he said about your kid was a threat. If not, then
I will fuck Liz Reptile right in front of fucking Zeph. Zeph is a bitch.
He's gonna fuck Liz in front of Zeph. That's what he meant to say before.
I'm gonna cut Zeph right in front of fucking Liz. I'm gonna put my dick in Liz's mouth and make Zeph watch. What do you got to say about that, Schmeckle? I didn't know you did a show tonight.
I'm gonna watch the fucking video, AP.
I get drunk on the nights I don't know that there is shows, so I can save my sober nights to fucking do shit. But right now, I'm listening to this shit, and I'm fucking drunk. And I say, fuck Liz Reptile. I'll fuck Liz Reptile and Liz Butt Tile. I don't give a fuck.
That old drunker than any guest we've had on the Cunt stream.
That bitch looks like a 12-year-old boy.
Forgot English.
How the fuck?
The fucking British cunt forgot English.
Zeph is the son of a bitch.
He's drunker than that right now.
Oh, fuck Zeph in front of Liz.
The only way I would fuck Liz's 12-year-old boy-looking ass is if Zeph was watching and crying and looping up his own fucking palm with his own fucking tears.
AP,
fuck
you got
Liz
a strange
Reptile
look at
and fuck
12-year-olds in
Zeph.
Texas.
Okay, so do you have any other
I
arguments?
don't know who invited AP, but it was a good idea.
I have no idea. That wasn't me.
It was me.
I will never reveal who invited me.
It was Sinatra. He's not even one of the fucking co-hosts.
It was not Sinatra.
It was Sinatra.
I just realized that all of YouTube consists
I
of
stopped fucking to come yell about Liz Reptile.
You
That's how dedicated I am to the cause.
You know, Liz Reptile is actually a fucking accurate.
I hope she dies
If
of
you
whatever
look at that
fucking
chick,
disease
she's
she
got the same
has.
fucking basic body shape as a fucking gecko, plus the same scaly fucking
Yes,
head.
Schmeckle.
You stop
That old fat
fucking.
bitch gotta die.
You stop fucking Zeph so he can come talk shit.
That old 12-year-old boy looking like the goddamn lizard man from fucking
When I was
Suicide
12 years
Squad.
old, I had more of a fucking
kill
ass than
that bitch.
Arby's
one of these days.
1990.
Much better
One
pedo
of
bait.
these days, Liz Reptile's gonna die. And it will
1990.
Can't look 12 and 60 at the same fucking time.
Schmeckle, you're a madman, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. This Liz Reptile bitch gotta die. Bring me another vodka Sprite, lady.
So,
I ain't playing.
Psycho,
Give me a
what's that?
drink.
What's with them 216 in your name?
She flipped me off.
I need another one.
Why does it
I
matter?
will pound this desk until I get another drink.
What's with that 216 in your name?
Why does it matter?
I'm just genuinely curious.
It's 6 squared.
It's
Or
6 squared, nigga.
No, that's an area code, homeboy.
I'm
No,
a good father. I'll catch y'all later.
It's my area code. to be
Put
specific.
6 times 6 times 6 in a
Nah, that's
calculator.
my area code.
I
Are
don't
you
give
in
a
my
fuck
area
about that.
code.
Wait, where did he go?
He
AP left.
he got
He's a
drunk
good
and
father,
fell
he
off
said.
the computer, dude.
His
So
father
it was
shit.
just a drive-by drunkening?
He's got daddy shit to
Psycho.
do.
He kind of just fell the fuck over.
Hashtag 1990.
Sinatra's
Hashtag
got
1990.
hoes. Sinatra's got
Yeah.
hoes.
Fuck
In
Liz
different
while white
area
rape
codes.
theft in 1990.
Area
Look,
code.
look. Can we squash this beef?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sinatra, I don't have anything against you because I don't even care about you.
Sinatra off
I don't
air,
care
he
about
told
most
me
people
rape
here.
baby. And
The
then
only thing I
off
don't
air,
like.
Sinatra said that one time you were the Boston Strangler.
Oh, shut up, Schmeckle.
The only thing I don't like is people. Well, look at who just muted somebody.
That was me. I muted him because he wouldn't shut up.
I'm not gonna beat Sinatra. He only muted me.
Oh, can I do it too?
No.
For
Don't push your luck.
consistency.
No, yeah, don't push your luck. We got Miss Meeson. Sinatra, make Irate Bear's sister pop in.
I let Psycho finish.
But
Look, let's just squash the beef.
it's not that I have anything against you. It's I don't like all this threats of violence. It's no better than what the extreme leftists do. I try to be consistent in my ideas that yeah, I know Dolphin's gonna be like, oh, you don't have children, so you can't talk
He's
about
not in
them.
this. He's
that's
not in this.
Honestly,
He's
yeah,
not in the Dolphin.
We already yelled at Dolphin.
Yeah,
Dolphin's making a stupid argument.
Chill.
Everybody is
Like,
entitled.
don't judge me. Like, no, I listened to Psycho. Psycho actually said some really relevant points, and I'd like to apologize to Psycho and say that I kind of misjudged you. I didn't see what angle you were coming from, and that was
So you just don't like that I said that if I ever met him.
Yeah, I honestly, after listening
Dolphin,
to him,
quiet.
Yeah, Dolphin.
You're not Psycho.
Hey, shut up. I am me.
Great comeback, dude.
I'm
be a little
talking
psycho,
for me.
Oh, for fuck's
You're not
sake.
capital SYKO.
Bring your fucking Psycho into bed later. Don't bring it into the stream. Right now, we want actual Psycho to speak.
Yeah, I don't want people from our side, their side, any side. I don't like the idea of violence over words. It's just a terrible philosophy, as we've all been.
What about if it's violence over something that's not political ideology? Is that more acceptable?
No.
Please.
Words do not.
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
The only response that is predicated for violence is violence.
Can I?
Unless Def does something that's violent by nature to you, I can't reasonably stand behind you and listen to you and support the idea of, well, I'm going to be violent. Because then you are the aggressor. You are bad. In
that case, I'm totally okay with being the aggressor.
You're okay with it, but I was placing moral objections.
Psycho, can I get a little clarification? What does Sinatra mean with his question?
What?
What does Sinatra mean with this question? What, like, the question that you asked Sinatra?
Rob's in charge. I'll be back.
I just.
I haven't said anything in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't understand. All right, Psycho, we might have to do this at another time.
No,
everybody shut up.
We can talk it over. We can be cool after this, whatever.
Just hit my DM. We can.
I don't Twitter. I banned Twitter before it banned me.
Discord.
I don't do this social media shit. I jump in YouTube chats. I mostly talk to the people in the YouTube.
You got a Discord then?
Yeah, I have a Discord, but I'm not on your Discord.
I'm not.
I mean, you can find me on Tonka's, Failures, like fucking 20 other Discords. But
yeah, you can jump on. He's on my Discord, and I'm in your Discord, Sinatra.
All right, I'm on Tonka's right now. All right, I see you. All right, yeah, we'll talk it there.
Yeah, it's just I don't like the promotion of violence anywhere. I don't even like the promotion of violence against Amos Dead.
The stream what?
Stream Dead.
Stream Dead.
Yeah, read the
You
chat.
left Robert in charge. Look what happened.
I know. Fucking 5 seconds. Look what I do.
No, it's
Robert. You just can't be trusted with anything. All that bong smoking.
Dude.
Oh, it is dead.
It is
Worker says that the buffering's done for him.
Yeah, it's
Stream's back. All right, everyone else has got it. It cut off for a couple seconds. Not my fucking internet. If that was anyone, it was fucking Google Hangouts.
I think Google.
Just blame Robert. He'll forget
blame me.
It was Rob Como. What happened is the mistaken lunatics. They were looking at this. They're like, "Oh, this stream happened. It didn't go terrible. Oh, we're gonna ruin it."
Mistaken lunatics.
They did a fucking stream. Rob was only here to fucking sabotage us, cunts.
Robert is elite hacker.
I'm a fucking Russian agent, motherfuckers. So can I say I've been listening to this for like 15 minutes. Can I say one thing?
Sure.
I agree with you, Psycho, about the basic principle of nonviolence, but you can understand how that wouldn't come across if you're just saying "fuck your kids" in the chat, right? I can't blame Sinatra for getting on your case because that's not the idea you're portrayed in the chat.
Yeah, dude, that's what set me off.
I literally say that.
Wait, Miss
everybody's kid
wants a kumite. So, Rob, Woolshot, Dolphin, Sinatra, Psycho, you guys are all fucking faggots.
Shut up,
Canada. Faggot.
You all have wrong-minded ideals, and
You complained about it last night, Schmeckle.
Yeah.
No, wait. Dolphin said he had something he wanted to say to me. So.
I'm sorry.
It
What?
better be angry.
I'm not mad at you, Sinatra. I had no
We
idea.
are trying to entertain the Miss
Oh,
Misa.
you motherfucker! You Dude.
You no, you like 2 minutes ago you said I act like I'm better than everyone. Like how?
No, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I come up with something.
Miss Visa says thank you, Naked Ape Clone.
To be fair, I've acted like I was better than everyone since I had. Like,
I'm not done with our fucking beef. It may have started fake, but
I'll give you that. You do have an arrogant tone to you.
I've always had that arrogant tone, though.
Yeah, I know. I recognize it because I have it myself. It comes from people who are constantly challenging others to be better than them.
So about how drunk are you?
Turkish.
I'm about okay. So this one's done, and this one's like that.
He's about 4 flagons deep.
He's approximately drunk.
Yeah.
So basically, he's not drunk enough to even be wrath.
That's fine. That's fine.
I make this mead. How hard could it hurt me?
Ask Opal.
Wait. Can I?
I bet he's drunk enough. We could convince him.
I made
Go
my
ahead,
fucking
Psycho.
child
Psycho, go ahead.
fucking eyes so long I was blind for half an hour.
Yeah, Psycho. What were you saying?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know. Was it Dolphin who brought this up about how the arrogance of your nature? It's because when you were talking shit while I was down smoking a cigarette, waiting for Rob to send me the link. Mad shit talking just because I'm a guy in the chat. I'm a guy in this chat. Schmeckel's seen me. I've been going to this stream for, I don't know, fucking year and a half or some shit back when Schmeckel had like 3 people watching.
Psycho, you and I have talked.
I wasn't shit talking you because you were in the chat. I was shit talking you because you were complaining about what was happening on the stream.
Right, but how many times do people in the chat talk about what's going on the stream and say
call them out every fucking time they do it?
Yeah, even in my own streams.
How many times? Chat. Please remind Psycho. How many times have I told you that you're all pieces of shit?
Even in my own streams, if someone's like, "This is boring," I'll be like, "Okay, bye. You don't have to stay here."
Psycho,
I want you all to stick around. I would want you all to stick around.
I don't want someone to watch my shit if they're not entertained.
The numbers look better.
Are you not entertained?
But that doesn't mean you're not pieces of shit. It doesn't mean I like you.
Wonderful.
I just want you to be here and watch.
Could I interject something?
Go for it.
I miss Ape too.
Psycho, I understand where you're coming from. I don't like kids. I fucking hate kids, etc. But I think Zeph crossed the line.
I don't know what it was said because I don't care.
Look at it this way: if Zeph said the same thing,
actual quote,
what did he say?
It was something to the extent of, you put your name out there and you make anti-SJW content. That's kind of a dickhead move, putting your family in danger.
Yeah, you're putting your family at risk.
If he had said that about Schmeckel's kids or Dolphin's kids, I'd be like, go pull that motherfucker's car.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If he had done it about my kid, I would have reacted more poorly than
Sinatra. Like, I don't like Zeph, but I can get how that seems like an idle threat. But if you do have your name out there, you do anti-SJW content, with how the current political climate is, where people will probably go after you at some point. I don't know. It does put your family at risk.
Certainly.
Hold on.
When you walk in a dark alley while drunk, you're certainly at a risk of being raped.
Yeah, but I believe there's an unspoken...
I have an honest
that
question.
doesn't mean you don't react to the people that did the thing.
I have an honest question. If somebody threatens your family to that degree, to say, you're putting your family at risk by taking this political position, isn't that like way beyond saying walking down a dark alley or lighting cigarettes and falling asleep and above a pile of newspapers?
Here, I'll put it this way.
Hold on.
There's a difference between. Hold on. There's a difference. What I'm trying to point out is the difference between risks that you create for yourself and risks that are imposed upon you by others.
See, I'm gonna try to be what the fuck is it called? Devil's advocate here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to look at it from both positions. Okay, it might be a threat, or it might be him trying to say, "Yo, Sinatra, you have your life out there, you have your name out there, you have a family. People can find out who you are and do bad shit to your family."
And
Maybe
if he was anybody
your
else,
identity.
not anybody else, but if we didn't have a good enough idea of his character, if we didn't have examples of him pulling similar shit with other people, like, hey, I was able to find your name
And where you live, and
YouTuber.
I'd like to point out the speed at which
And you don't-
responded to that.
No, with Zeph, it's
Yeah, but with Zeph, because it's Zeph, we all know Zeph's a terrible person. But what if
if somebody that you knew was consistently dishonest and consistently tried to use shit against people, pulled some similar shit, and we're removing the names from this, but I'm talking about something similar, something specific. You would look at it as, yeah, he's pulling the same old shit, right?
When it comes to Zeph, that's how we all look.
When you get a trend in behavior, you're going to assume, hey, this thing matches the trend. It's probably part of it, right?
Yes.
If you have a pedophile and he's a known confirmed pedophile and he's hanging out with kids, you're going to think part of a trend, right?
Yes. I follow where you're going.
You have somebody who
but
has been caught stalking strippers before, and you find him outside the home of a new stripper.
Yeah,
you're gonna think maybe it's part of a trend, right?
I follow.
Look at it this way: if that was what Zeph was trying to say, how come he's not saying the same things to Jeff or to Sargon or to anybody else? It was specifically a statement pointed at me from him because him and his fucking bitch don't like me.
They
and
don't.
That's
like
fine.
me, but
That's fine. But they want to suck the dick of the bigger YouTubers. So while I understand you trying to play the devil's advocate, I think it's just way off the mark.
Okay, but if this information's out there, think of it like this. Not think of it in the Zeph world, where of course Zeph did it because of ill intentions, because Zeph's a fucking retard. Say Schmeckel has his information out there and he wasn't aware of it, and
no, my information's out there. If you want to search for it,
I don't know. I don't look up people's shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're only talking about what Zeph said. Who gives a shit about whatever the fuck else? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, but what he said doesn't sound like a threat. It does sound, if you're not thinking about Zeph in this situation, it does sound like more not a warning, a concern.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, a warning. Yeah, I would go with a warning.
If somebody who wasn't my friend
like,
ever said that to me, I would immediately be like, "What the fuck are you
And
doing?"
Sinatra has the absolute right to say what he said.
Oh, look at it this way. I could send the exact same message that Zeph sent to Sinatra. And Sinatra would say, hey, thanks, man. I didn't realize that was available.
But the reason for that is...
Yes,
I don't have a fucking issue with Sinatra, and I don't have a fucking history of pulling the same type of shit. I have this with other people.
So there
is tried to use this whole, I'm an investigator, I have your fucking details,
which is justified.
Top move type thing. I don't try to use, hey, I've got your docs as a fucking gotcha. That's the fucking difference. That's what means.
Yeah, I understand.
Somebody like Zeph.
I don't think you do.
Maybe you take it seriously.
I do understand, because this whole situation is revolved around.
I think that you're tribalist towards Zeph.
Why?
No, I can confirm Psycho doesn't like Zeph. He's not trying to back up Zeph here.
Then
I'm merely.
Let me here. I understand. I
Escalate.
understand what Psycho is saying. He doesn't like that I said I would.
He doesn't like the violence.
Do something in real life if possible.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
It doesn't do good for your character.
I'm not sure I like it.
As a bad person.
Psycho, can I say something as somebody who comes off as quite reactionary? If I say, you know, if you threaten my family, I'm going to kill you. It's honest and it's true, and I will kill you if you threaten my family.
Right.
But at the same point,
didn't say that.
To get to that point, and hold on, it becomes kind of a standard reaction to say, you know, to go to that extreme when you feel like somebody's bringing that extreme to you. That's what I'm saying. And if Sinatra felt like that extreme was being brought to him, I can understand why he would bring that extreme back.
Okay, but since when do two wrongs make a right?
You know what? At this point, I think you're getting pedantic. I think it's a point of natural human reaction. If you threaten my family, I will tell you. I will kill you if you threaten my family.
Reaction.
But was there an actual credible threat? It's not like Zeph finished it with, well, it would be a shame. He said,
I don't think your average person thinks about credibility of the threat.
Yeah, if you don't think about credibility of a threat, then is it really a threat? You have to not think of it emotionally. Back the fuck up. And
that's the thing too. What Sinatra said, it wasn't so much taking or involving the credibility. It was if I happen to be near Zeph and he is near my children, this would be my response. Which is also if Zeph being a threat to his kids is not credible, then so too is this.
But that still doesn't justify with threats.
No, it's certainly not.
No.
I'm just wanting Sinatra to like pull it back a little bit.
Look.
But why does it? No. Hold on. Why does he have to pull it back? He said what he wanted to, and that's that.
Because threats are bad.
Well, hold on.
No,
Psycho, was it a threat?
It's not really a threat if you say, if this, then that.
Yeah, that's not a threat, Psycho.
If you present yourself to me, I punch you. If
I
say that
you become near my children that you've been speaking about.
That's not a threat.
Yeah, if I find you and you've been speaking illy of my children.
If you cross that line,
I don't care.
Is this a threat?
Wait,
Psycho, wait.
One second.
Hold on.
Can I talk once?
Sinatra.
Psycho, is this a threat? If I ever see you in real life, I'm gonna go buy you a fucking McDouble. Is that a threat?
Yes, you're trying to kill me with fucking McDonald's.
Okay, that might be a bad.
Bad analogy.
Dolphin. I need you to
take you to a nice seafood.
I'm gonna trust you with this, Dolphin.
Okay, that's.
Hold on.
It's still a threat, but it's not a negative threat.
It's still ifs.
I
think a threat is the impending. I think the legal definition
Dolphin.
of a threat is the impending, the what's the word? The promise of action. I'm not saying I am going to find. I am not saying that I am going to find somebody and fuck
a threat. Now,
what I'm saying is,
hold on. Call a halt to this.
Guys, for a second. Threat. Noun, a statement of intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or other hostile actions on somebody in retribution for something done or not done.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying I hope I don't ever meet him in real life.
A synonym, ultimatum. It's a threat.
Threat and an ultimatum are not.
Yeah, it is.
No, they're not.
No,
Threat and ultimatum
to
are
be
two
fair,
different
synonyms are rarely the exact same thing.
Okay, ultimatum.
All right.
I want you to do me a favor, Dolphin. Call my daughter.
What?
I'll call your daughter a cunt.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
one
more time. I didn't hear you.
Call my
Schmeckle, your daughter's a
cunt.
fucking cunt.
I can't do that.
There we go.
Schmeckle.
You know how much
Credible
motivation I have to hurt you?
How much?
None.
Why?
Because you said my daughter's a cunt.
No, I didn't.
Say I'm gonna
I
harm
refuse to.
your daughter.
Yes.
I will kill your daughter, Schmeckle. Schmeckle, I will kill your daughter.
See,
Now-
that's
now
the
you-
threat.
now
That's
you
the
ran.
thing that I would respond to. That's the
Okay.
type of thing where it would be, hey, if I met you because you said that, yeah, we'd have issues and they'd be physical issues.
Yeah, Schmeckle
You
would
just
run.
said my daughter's a
get out of
cunt.
breath.
Yeah, we might have issues if we met, but they wouldn't involve me swinging at you.
But if I said I'm going to hurt your daughter when I see her,
As soon as there's a threat of you harming my daughter, yeah, at that point, if I see you in real life, I'm gonna hurt.
and that's the difference between a threat and just talking shit. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Talking shit is perfectly reasonable.
Like, fuck Sinatra. Fuck your kids.
I'll face fuck you.
You know what?
Guys,
Well, yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. We've been over this. We've got the fucking
You know what?
plan.
I'm sorry. No. Fuck your kid, Schmeckle, because you can't pump out more than one.
I only pumped out. We've been avoiding pumping out a second one.
Yeah, I know, because you're a little bitch.
Yeah.
Trust
Yeah,
me,
take out three
we'll
boys.
have a second one once this one's old enough to fucking vote.
So back on topic for just a slight second. Then we
Oh, yeah, how dare we?
Come on, this was the
talk
fun
about
part.
topics that we brought
Sinatra.
to
The main reason I was objecting to the threat of Zeph, regardless if you think it is a threat or not, if Zeph wants to be the little bitch that he is, he could have your channel flagged.
Yeah, but I'm not on my
no,
channel.
No, actually, he couldn't. Sinatra said that shit here. If anything, he could have my
Oh,
channel
then
flagged.
have your channel flag. Which it's fine for Sinatra, but then you're screwed, Schmeckle.
I'll let Schmeckle host the cunt stream on my channel.
Don't worry. If the cunt stream gets shut down, I'll start up cunt stream too and guilt Sinatra into getting me all my viewers back.
Yeah, but it's
Anyway.
He's got approximately 10 times what we have, almost 20 times what we have.
Almost. I'm getting so close.
Speaking of which, bitches, I actually gotta get to bed tonight.
I don't know how you're still awake right now.
Yeah, I know.
Are
it's
you
so
gonna
hard.
make it to
Yeah.
bed?
I think
You
he's
had
been.
Wait. I'm going to use a little bit of peer pressure here because I know Dolphin's susceptible to that. That
see how
bottle
this
is not finished. I see a bottle in the background.
You son of a bitch! You know my weakness.
You're not
I still see meat in that fucking bottle, Dolphin.
You shouldn't
Told me
sin.
Irish
Bitch ass
flag in
pussy.
the background, didn't you?
Man, I told you tonight. One of you gets to be in charge. You've been doing poorly. You finish off that bottle, I'll put you back in the running.
Drink for success. Come on.
Exactly.
Here's
You've done so many job interviews where you had to show up sober. This is the one where you don't, and you're still fucking it up.
Samaj said the only reason I want to host the cunt stream is to make him do art. Like I said in the chat, I would keep Samaj chained up in my garage.
Samaj is not even part of the fucking competition.
Here's the thing, you bastards. I probably
If
would have
Sinatra wants to host a fucking cunt stream, all he has to do is ask.
You think we could convince Dolphin to cut his own hair?
Does Dolphin have hair to cut?
What the fuck
Oh,
is
yeah.
wrong with you? You
Yeah, actually, Dolphin, before you can leave, I want you to finish that bottle. Then I want you to cut
get the
your
clippers.
forelock off.
Get the
All right.
clippers out.
No.
It'll be fun.
So first of all, here's
Who's the
thing.
bald one? Wrath. Wrath is the bald one.
Here's the thing: if I shave this off, it's not coming back, so I can't take this off.
Here's the thing. I probably would have finished this anyway without your fucking peer pressure, you little bitch.
I know, but you wouldn't have done it on camera, and that would have been an issue, Dolphin. One sit. I want you to just, upend that thing.
There you go. That's how you meet it up. Put some hair on your ass.
Jesus Christ. I
Yeah,
didn't think you'd actually do it. Holy fuck.
I'm Irish, you fuck.
Yeah, but that made Wrath fight the stairs and lose.
Yeah, I know. I finished 2 bottles of them.
You're making me really want to try this shit.
Yeah.
Who's the little?
Yeah, no. How do you think I feel? They won't even let him send it to me.
I got a PO box, Dolphin.
He can't legally send this to me because I'm across the border.
I can't send it to a PO box, buddy.
Where do you live? I'll come to your house.
Georgia.
Was that a threat?
That's a threat. Yeah,
that's a threat. I'm gonna go steal his.
No, Jesus Christ,
dude!
Threaten to rape Dolphin like that.
Sinatra, I invite you to threaten to come to my house. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time. We'll fucking fly some drones. We'll do some shit. We'll have some fun.
That's far.
Wait! You guys are doing cocaine without AP? He's gonna be mad.
No, I don't.
AP does not know how fucking cocaine works. AP talks about how his fucking situation's bad with his kid and shit. His situation is only regular person bad. It did not cocaine bad.
I don't do the powder. I'm a good boy.
Exactly. He only smokes it in rock form.
I haven't done.
He stuck it up his ass because they have better absorption there.
Do you think he licks himself to get the trippy feeling?
If I could
Probably,
look
that
myself
would explain his personality.
I mean, if I could lick myself to orgasm, I would. So, yeah, if I could get high off.
If guys could suck their own dick, we wouldn't leave the house.
Yeah, true. I'd never leave my bed.
I'm extremely like fluid phobic, so I would still have a girlfriend.
If I could suck my own dick,
I'm sorry.
all day filming me sucking my own dick, except
I'm sorry.
Wait.
Who just used the
food?
Just for clarification, who used the term fluid phobic?
Yeah, I don't like human bodily fluids.
Yeah,
I don't
you know what? I'm on board with that's my line right there.
See, I hate all bodily fluids except for no, actually, there's none.
That's a fucking.
I thought there was one that wasn't terrible, but I can't actually think of it.
I've.
Oh no, saliva.
You're not drinking that shit though.
Put our tongues in each other's mouths. Saliva can't be that bad.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah.
Even he's like, oh, fucking saliva, nasty.
At this point, we're gonna shut this shit down because we've been. Oh wait, no. One of my 3 co-hosts. One of you shut this shit down.
You know what, motherfuckers? We're done for the evening. I am drunk. Everybody's shit-faced. We're all crashed into the burn. And we're just going to say, to hell with it all. Michael,
one of you has to do the Samaj thing where you mention who was here and who's currently here.
Oh, yeah. Wolf, shoot your shit.
Wolf, he's giving you Samaj status.
Everybody, we want to thank Fain for coming on earlier. Thank you, Sinatra Says, for coming on, and Psycho for coming on, so you guys can argue with each other for a while. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then we had my new fucking co-host, just the Monday co-host that they are, Cunt Team Beta. We've got Outlaw Wolf Shot, whatever she's going by. We've got Dolphin Radio.
Yeah,
and we've got Robert Como from the Mistaken Lunatics. He's the one that hangs out with Rosa, but now he's got a better crowd.
And we had AP the Frog do a drunken drive-by.
That's true.
I forgot about that.
And Psycho dropped in and like laid his shit all on everybody's shit.
All right, now I'm gonna allow the
Psycho's fine. He's vocal.
Psycho has not been on here frequently. Psycho, you get the last word. What do you want to say to the crowd?
You use the last word.
Dump is on Twitch tonight.